Hello. Before we get into the video proper, I just wanted to say this feels like 3 hours long, and I had to make the decision between uploading all the 3 hours of gameplay we recorded and the various matchups we covered, or trimming it down and cutting certain matchups, and also cutting potentially parts of Gun's advice. And I really didn't want to do that, so instead I am going to upload the whole thing. I mean, I did upload the whole thing, but I also want to say that not every person is going to need to see every single thing we cover or every matchup. And I just want to advise, skip around. Um, if you have the time to sit and watch the whole thing, I do recommend it. He has amazing advice. Um, I I'm just the conduit for his words kind of here. Um, but I really do suggest listening or at least absorbing as much info on it as you can, both as a Robin player and if you're not a Robin player, just his fundamentals are incredibly strong. So if you struggle with a certain matchup like Purple Doffy or Boa, checking that out, checking those games out might help you, even though you, or even if you don't play Robin or have the same tools Robin does necessarily. I think we cover those matchups well, um, because regardless of what you do, certain matchups do play very similarly across decks. You want to starve certain things. And I think, although Robin has much easier time starving decks, we actually show off starving as a game plan pretty effectively. A lot of people are not consistently comfortable with the idea of starving. It's just not something that's really ingrained into a lot of One Piece fundamentals. If you're not playing, a deck like this, it is very much just something you have to learn. And I do think this video shows the benefits of that in certain matchups. And yes, Robin can do it better than most decks, but watching like the Purple Doflamingo game, for example, I think in particular, while Robin has a somewhat unique, I mean, she has the advantage, of course, in the ramp, but I think we actually approach the Purple Doflamingo matchup very similar to how most decks would, and or at least the fundamentals of it: when to swing, when not to swing, what to expect, what's the target first. And same thing with Mihawk and Boa, I feel. So, baseline, if you're interested in those games, check that out, regardless of if you play Robin or not. I do highly suggest it. And just, I hope you can enjoy as much of it as possible. I wanted to upload as much of it as I could. I Robin, there's not a lot of good Robin content out there, and I don't want to have the ability to put it out and then still take it away. That feels kind of wrong. So expect a lot of thinking. Expect just a lot more content, I guess, than you normally would in a video. This is just 3 hours of raw footage of him teaching me how to play Robin and explaining his thought processes to you guys. Um, and on that note, please enjoy. Hello and welcome back to Ship Those Things. Today we are coming back to Robin. OP14 this time, not OP12. With Gun yet again. Introduce yourself, sir.
Hello, hello. Yes, I am once again here on Schmep's channel to talk about Nico Robin. Well, it's not just OP14, it's EB04
Yes.
OP14. So honestly, this video is more so for the Eastern players, I guess, who actually have this specific format.
And also, most likely, Western will be the same because the Skyline cards are probably not getting run.
Oh, well, that we don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see.
That's fair.
But I just couldn't be bothered to play regular OP14 after I saw the EB04 cards. So the Eastern format is just way more interesting for what Robin can do. And
Mhm.
this deck will be available, what, in March, right? For the West.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
maybe OP15 will change some stuff for the deck, but I think the general core and the general way this deck functions will remain the same.
Well, how does it function, sir?
Yeah, so this is a what I would call a mid-range build of Robin. It is focused on starvation, just like in the OP12 video we made, but the way it does it is different. And we can just first go over the general cards of the deck. If the EB04 ones, I think, will be particularly interesting to people since they are the new ones.
Yeah.
So something like Borsellino, a great blocker and healer. Kuma, just a solid mid-game body that also heals and has a nice on KO effect where the opponent has to take a life. And of course, Luffy. So I had this build in mind before Luffy was revealed, because of Kuma and Borsellino, and he is like this cherry on top, which finally grants Robin a 12k powered character because she never had that before. And this guy is really good and also makes you a 7k and so on.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to play, and I've played this deck a lot. I have over, let's say, like 300 matches at this point, and of different variations of this build, but this one specifically is about maybe over 120 matches, I'd say, like this exact build. And I enjoy it very much. And I think we'll just go through a standard like gauntlet of popular OP14 decks, and some OP13 decks as well, of course.
Yeah. Just the whole
What
meta.
I can say what I can say right now about the deck and why I mentioned that it's a mid-range build is because against faster decks, or like mid speed decks, you want to play more controlling, but against control decks, you want to be more aggressive. So actually, against control decks, I try to not waste a lot of time and I try to be more aggressive. So utilizing cards like 5 cost Nami, 8 cost Rayleigh. We can go right now into the general use of the cards, or do you want to do it at the end of the video? When do you think it's better?
Probably now because it'll be fun within probably 2 hours.
Fair enough. Yeah, this is probably going to be a long video,
Yeah.
because Robin matches do tend to last quite a while.
We have like a dozen to
So,
go through.
yep. So we can start with let's start with the 2Ks. Let's go for like the general like.
Olvia.
So we run 12 2Ks. They are Nico Olvia, Frankie, and Baby 5. Just good solid utility 2Ks with nice triggers, nothing special. For those of you who know Nico Robin, for those of you that have played either like during the OP12 like Starve style and so on, you know why I play these 2Ks. Other trigger cards include Basil Hawkins and Sabo. So we have a lot of drawing and a lot of cycling with our triggers, finding key pieces, key cards in certain matchups. And in general, just this deck is focused a lot on healing and constantly taking your life when your opponent hits you. So that way you accumulate card advantage. So these triggers help you do that. And the healers here are Borsellino, Nico Robin, and Bartholomew Kuma. They help you stay in the game, and you will be using them to clear the opponent's board. So if before in OP12 we utilized a lot of removal through Yamato or Lin, Katakuri, yeah, you can show him, yeah, through Kuzan, who is still in the deck, and Kibatsu, then this time removal is done through combat, primarily combat. And so you heal, you start clearing the board, and all this through every turn. Basically, you still swing 5k banish. And I am like talking here and there about the deck because, again, when I'm talking about Nico Robin, it's not for a newer player, it's for somebody who actually knows Nico Robin. Because it's just easier that way to talk about it. So, but yes, and Luffy is Nico Robin's weakness was always the fact that in the late game, once the opponent starts playing out their like haymakers, we don't really have one. It was always capped at like 9k with Lin Lin Yamato or 10k with something like 9 cost Luffy. But now, thanks to this new guy, who is also more often than not a 9 cost, being a 12k is such a huge difference, and we will most likely see this happen in our various matchups. But okay, I guess this is the general gist of the deck. It is a mid-range deck that survives through constant healing, clearing the board with its characters, and stable pressure with Banish to reduce their hand size or their life. And then eventually you use your board to kill the enemy in like 1 to 2 turns.
Makes sense.
Any questions?
I mean, Sabo, do you want to say why I run it? Because I'm gonna get a question why we run it.
Same reason as before, because he and Baby 5 together, they when you play 8 of these triggers, draw 2 triggers, you greatly increase the odds of having a sufficient hand size in the mid to late game. And also being a trigger means you can trash it to Robin's ability to ramp. This deck likes to go second more often than not, and you have 8 7 drops that you will want to play out and heal up through Kuma and Robin. And basically all you need to do in this build is only ramp once, which is why there's only 20 triggers in the deck. It is enough to ramp exactly once per game. I would also like to mention, why do I play Rayleigh? Because people often play 7 cost Sanji or 3 cost Usohashi as their resters. I switched over to, yeah, you can show them. I switched over to Rayleigh for a couple of reasons. I really like the 9k power. And I really like the fact that he doesn't deramp you, but instead he actually ramps you, which activates GGun1t. So going first on 9 Dawn, you play Rayleigh out. You have your Dawn attached to Nico Robin, for example, or whatever else. And then at the end of your turn, he can remove something. So he still works with your starvation plan with the board clearing. And on top of that, you will get GGun1t at the end, which is why I think that Rayleigh is very good in this particular build, in this particular strategy, where he both can swing face if he wants to immediately, or he can clear board, which is something, for example, 8 cost Kid can't do. A lot of 8 drops they don't have that much utility, as does Rayleigh. And through my testing, through the hundreds of matches that I played with him, I genuinely like him very much. So I will probably keep playing Rayleigh for the foreseeable future. Yeah, I would say the flex slots so far in the deck are, well, more so flex slots, but right now I'm playing them. Basil Hawkins. There are several matches where I do like playing him out, like Vivi, like Emu, like Kaido, the purple Kaido, back from the past. Those decks, somewhere where on KO matters, Basil Hawkins is nice to play out. And his trigger is useful too. You can cycle your bricks, you can find something useful for later, you can find your healers, etc. But he is a relatively underwhelming play in the matchups where he doesn't matter, which is why he is a flex slot. So you can find a different trigger instead of him to play if you want to. And
Oh,
the next thing
Corona,
is, yeah, go ahead.
Corona and
What?
Snake were the two you were testing, right? For as 4 cost triggers.
Well, yeah, they are an option as well. There's a lot of trigger options, honestly, that you can play instead of Hawkins, but I just prefer the fact that he has the draw 2, trash 2, trash 1, and he has the on KO to trash a life, which is why eventually I stuck with him. But sure, you can try different things. I've even played 4 cost Sanji, the trigger one, the trigger searcher over there at the bottom.
Yeah.
I've even played this card, and it's fine. You can rebuild the deck a little bit to be able to fit in him, maybe even 2 cost Nami, the searcher, etc., etc. And the next card that is also more or less of a flex slot I'm not crazy about is 5-cost Nami.
Mm.
She doesn't really help the Starve plan that much because she draws them a card from their life, but she helps you if you are being more aggressive. So, since I mentioned this is a mid-range deck, which means there are some matchups, for example, the aforementioned Vivi, where we will be trying to race her, and Nami is very good in that matchup. And also, she has a very good on KO, which works amazingly well with something like Borsellino, for example, uh, or Basil Hawkins, so on. Or you can just play out another Nami. So, which is why she is still in the deck, but she is at 3 copies. So, if you feel like you're bricking too much or something, you can run 4 copies and like 2 Rayleighs, for instance. But I like this 3-3 split of more often than not, the deck will be trying to play Starve, but you have these 6 cards that are more aggressive.
And on that note, speaking of bricking, this deck barely has any. Not counting Giant, you're only running like 11, which I thought old Robin was fairly bricky, but I might be misremembering.
Yeah. It used to be a little more bricks, usually in the, I'd say, 14 to 16, 14 to 18 bricks, somewhere like that. In this case, yes, it's not that many. I do normally count Giant as a brick because you don't use the card until like turn 4 to 5 uh, and above. But this deck, thanks to the cycling, thanks to so much, be it Nico Olvia, Sabo, Baby 5, Basil Hawkins, they help the consistency of the deck. Through Trigger, you can get rid of the bricks if you see them. And also, Luffy, I guess you also
Yeah.
trash, you need a bunch of cards in hand for Luffy to work very well. And you can just trash a brick with him as well when you play him out. And unlike previous builds of Robin, where I used to prefer 16 2Ks, right now I just play 12. And this is also thanks to Luffy. Because once you become a 7K, uh, oftentimes the opponents will start swinging like 7s at you, and you can just defend with 1 case, which there is plenty of. So, yeah, I think we can just go to the matches.
Yeah.
And see how it goes. And I'll be explaining through every match how do they play. So, well, just like last time. So yeah.
Yeah. And well, we hope you enjoy. This is probably gonna be if we think it's gonna be a long video, so grab some popcorn or whatever preferred snack you have, and let's get into it.
And increase the speed of the video at least 1.5. Yeah.
Don't do that. I need their attention. Stop. Sabotaging me.
Mhm.
It's a Mihawk, but that's fine. First or second?
Let's go first. We'll go for originality's sake. We'll go first, and we will mulligan this hand because we would like to ramp and also find Kuzan. Okay. So I'm going to explain a bit about Mihawk. The reason we chose to go first, even though we usually like to go second, is because Mihawk's going first curve is incredibly strong. You can swing 5 banish and ramp with Sabo. And so even though we feel comfortable going second, honestly, both is fine against Mihawk. I just chose first because I felt like it. But we can explain both curves against the deck. Pass. So we're going to be taking our hits. We're going to be healing. We're going to be developing our board. You can take. It's okay. There you go. Utilizing our draw triggers. You can take as well. It's okay. Because he didn't develop anything. And that's Mihawk's great weakness. You can use this trigger, yes. You're going to trash 5-cost Nami. Because you're going to be healing with Borsellino instead.
Mm.
And you can trash... in this case, Borsellino is very good. So you're probably going to be healing more with him than with somebody like 7-cost Kuma, for instance, in this matchup, I would guess. You can trash Kuma. Yeah, I think we already have, as a 7-drop, we have Robin in this case instead. So next turn he has 6 Dawn. Depending on the build, he might run, because I'm seeing Carrot, he might run 6-cost Law. Do you remember what Perotna showed us? I wasn't looking.
I wasn't either. I assume it'd be this Tiku. Tashigi.
Okay, so next turn he's most likely going to play Tashigi, or it might be 6-cost Law into Tashigi. You can swing 5 Banish. And let's think if you want to ramp. If you ramp, that means you will have Rayleigh into Gum Giant next turn, which is good. You'll be at 3 life. Yeah, let's do that. Let's ramp with a 2k. And we will utilize the Rayleigh play next turn. Right now you're going to play Borsellino and heal. And most likely he might swing 7 next turn. So you will just block with Borsellino and give it 2k and stay at 3 life for a turn. And after that, you can take some hits from Tashigi or something. Okay, it seems that he doesn't run. You can block this with Borsellino if you want. It's okay. Mm-hmm. So we know that we're not going to be healing this turn. And his future turns, he might swing more than a 5k. So right now, you can just give him 1 card to preserve your overall card advantage. You can give it 2k. It's okay. Healers are more important in this matchup than whether you're giving a 1k or a 2k.
And then we're just gonna Rayleigh this, right?
Let's see what he does. Okay, just do nothing. We will Rayleigh this, yes. For that to happen, you need to attach Dawn. And actually, you can even swing into his 2k maybe, so that he doesn't have more of this, so that he rests something else in the future. But you need to attach a Dawn to your leader first.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Okay, attach Dawn to a leader and swing 6. I wonder if he's gonna, if he plays Waterfall, if there's like a way he can restand her when we swing into her. Okay, let's first kill Tashigi, so play out Rayleigh. We're gonna do this just in case, because he can have a lot of different ways, but he didn't buff her. So let's deploy Rayleigh.
If we deploy Rayleigh and swing up Corona, he's probably gonna restand off Paradise anyway.
Well, at least you're gonna swing a 9 into a 6, and Paradise is only plus 2k, so if you'll need to give
so we're
more.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna do this regardless, and we're just keeping the 6Ks just in case he does decide to defend her, so that we keep swinging into her. So swing into Tashigi.
Okay.
Okay, nice. He didn't fight for her. You can swing 6k banish face. And you can use Borsellino to kill Perona. Because we're at 3 life, we don't need this blocker right now. Pass. Leave up and get 1 Dawn active. And now you're super safe. So as you can see, because we stole his going first, he didn't get his golden curve of Tashigi 7-cost Shanks, 9-cost Mihawk, 10-cost Lawn Beppo. Instead, going second, certain builds of Mihawk utilize 6-cost Law to be able to save their curve, but oftentimes they don't run 6-cost Law, and as a result, they have this glaring weak point going second, which is their 4 Dawn curve, for example, 6 Dawn curve, etc. You can take, it's okay. Since this is a start matchup, we want a bunch of cards in hand. If he had swung into our board for like more than 7 or something, we might have wanted to use Giant to cycle and stuff. So 7-cost Shanks is a must kill. First, you're gonna swing 5k banish. Face. Not into Shanks.
Waterfall?
He won't be so smart to do that. You can do that.
Okay, if he was this smart, would you do this? Or would you just start with
Would I use Paradise Waterfall to get plus 2k and restand Shanks? Yes, of course I would. But judging by his build, and I've played some Mihawk, I don't think that deck runs Paradise Waterfall.
That's fair.
So I think this is the build that was used in the Japan Championship in the finals. I think it won actually. So
Am
I
I
don't
gonna
think that build ran. Yes, you can actually Kuzan his Kikunojo. Yeah, that's fine. Do it. Do it right now.
and then pitching a card, and then we go big here.
And then, yeah, and then you're gonna swing everything except one Dawn.
Yeah, I go 14.
That's gonna be how much? That's gonna be 5 plus 8, so 13 into 9. You can even attach one extra because you have a blocker. Yeah, just in case. Just in case. Because he can give plus 4k, and let's make him have a plus 4k and a 2k on top of that. We're gonna play it extra safe. Yeah.
Pass.
Pass. You don't need to attack him. No.
Okay.
Because he's gonna play out another boss monster right now. There he is. You see, you're in no rush. When you're playing Starve, you're never in a rush. He will either choose to go face, which is fine by us. You can take. It's okay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to attach a bunch of Dawn on Rayleigh, and you're going to kill his Lon Beppo, hopefully.
How much is much?
So he has 2 cards, which means, let's say potentially he has plus 4k, like something like a spider web, for example, or something like that. If we attach 5 Dawn, that makes him a 14, so that's 1 plus 4k. Question is, do we want to heal that much this round or not? Let's say let's say Lon Beppo will survive, and we just heal and we leave up 1 giant instead. But we're at 2 life. That's also fine. Let's do that. We can, because he has no cards in hand, we can spend some time. So attach 4 Dawn. Swing. Yeah.
I mean, if he gives us his hand, we're just winning at that point, right? Because he's in top deck mode at that point.
We're already winning if you have
Well,
the
that's
cards.
true. Yeah.
Yep, there's Spiderweb that I mentioned. You just play out Borsellino, heal, and pass the turn, and you're fine. Because we're at 2 life, even if he goes like DMG, we don't die. He has no rush. Mihawk is very predictable. He might be unpredictable with his events, but depending on how experienced you are in the matchup, you can even know which events they run, which they don't. Mihawk has the same core within any... You can use GGun1t here. No block. Use GGun1t. Pitch a Nico Robin because she's a brick.
All right.
And 1k Kuma, yeah, is fine.
I definitely didn't almost just let him die anyway.
And when he swings with Lon Beppo, you're going to block with Borsellino just to preserve hand size, and you will still get your other Borsellino as a blocker. Swing 5k bench face. He took. And now you can swing... Yeah, that's fine. Swing 13 into Lon Beppo. He dies. And you can heal with Borsellino. And now you can pass again. You see, again, there's no rush. You can just keep depleting his resources, keep him in this shitty mode, block with Borsellino. Swing 5k banish. Five with Kuzan. Now you can start swinging with your board.
Is it gonna be like 7?
6 with Borsellino. Yeah, sure. Swing 7 with Borsellino. 9 with Rayleigh, and play out Nico Robin to heal again. Nico Robin. Yes. Okay. What for? There is no difference between 0 and 1. Just heal yourself. It brings more value to you.
I gotta contest you a little bit.
Of course.
Yeah.
But
Lo-
it will be easier playing first against Mihawk. Usually it is just easier. Unless they're running like a kid build or they heavily lean into 6-cost law, which is more rare. It'll be easier for you to win going first. You don't need to defend anything.
Just let it go.
Yeah, sure, whatever. You don't care. And now kill him whichever way you prefer. I hope you can do that with Nico Olvia and stuff. Okay.
Oh yeah, I have Olvia. You
Yes, you
set me
do.
on my own, and I immediately made a mistake. He's terrible. It's perfect.
Well, you wanted it, so you got it. I think you can. I hope you can see lethal this way.
I can do basic arithmetic. How proud of me.
Good job. You did it.
Thank you.
Woo!
Holy
So
shit.
let me add some commentary on this match. Even if he survived, he still isn't getting back into the match.
Yeah.
So some key points against Mihawk so that people understand this matchup better. You aggressively clear his board. You do not give him cards into his hand, whether it be through 5-cost Nami or swinging into his life, until you have board presence and he has nothing. When he has nothing and you have board presence and he has like 2 to 3 cards in hand, you can start swinging face. Mihawk doesn't have rush. Mihawk doesn't play Hody Jones. He doesn't have anything like unexpected or something that can just swing the game into his favor out of nowhere. Even if he chains Law and Bepos, as long as you clear them, or as long as you develop your board state and you're at a high life total, it doesn't matter. You will be fine. And I would recommend going first in this matchup because it is just safer. Yes, you can kind of pseudo get punished a little bit if they run the 6-cost law build, but it is so rare that I wouldn't worry about that. If you go second in this matchup, what you do is you swing 5k banish face on turn 2. You play out Kuzan to get rid of their Kiku Nojo, preferably. If she is there, if you see like a Perona and Kiku Nojo, you get rid of the Kiku. She gives more value when they go first because she restands. After that, you play out 7-cost Robin. They will have a Tashiki at that point. At all this time, you're taking life. After that, they play out 7-cost Mihawk, and you must kill it with your Robin. Even at the cost of developing your board, it doesn't matter. You need to kill 7-cost Shanks. Sorry, what did I say when they played 7-cost? Well, yeah, I meant 7-cost Shanks, regardless. So yeah. They play that card out. You must kill it with Robin. After that, they will either develop a 9-cost Mihawk. If they develop him, you play out your Luffy, and you go from there. So basically, your primary game plan against Mihawk is to clear his board and always starve him. The reason I would not want to race Mihawk is because it is a counterattack. It is a counterattack focused deck that builds upon the resources it gathers from its life in the late game. So you can think of him a little similarly to how Roger does it, where Purple Red Roger likes to take his life early, then he goes up to a high like 7k stat line and he defends anything. And he plays out his haymakers. Mihawk does the same thing, only he will be defending with events and he will be at 7k thanks to Law and Beppo. Almost all Mihawk strategies right now, they all run for Law and Beppos, and their idea is to chain them in the late game and just kill you through 7-cost Shanks, Mihawk, and Beppos, constantly freezing your board and just going face. So that is how I would recommend playing against Mihawk. It is a fine pseudo mid-range mirror, nothing to worry about. You are very favored. You just need to understand his threats, you need to understand his events, and preferably always swing more than you would normally think to do into his board because of his events. So that's it.
And while we're here, what is like what is the Mihawk's like high roll to beat Robin? Is it just playing a bunch of Shanks like he did in one of our practice games?
Um, his high roll against any deck is the same. He goes first. He plays Ishigi on 5, Shanks on 7, Mihawk on 9, and then Law and Beppo X4 every turn after that. What makes his goldfish this goldfish a goldfish is if he can defend all of the stuff that he plays out and rests at the same time. And what you're trying to do is not let him develop, not let him grow his board. It's one thing if he only has 1 or 2 threats max on board. It's another if you think that you can outdevelop him on board, because you can't. If you play out your stuff instead of clearing his, your stuff will just be frozen or can't be rested, and that's it. You don't really utilize the on KO of your stuff. Say, for example, he starts clearing your Nico Robins or Kumas. Don't give him cards off them, because since you're starving him, he will still have most likely 3 to 5 life, and if he starts swinging into your board, he will most likely just gladly draw those cards from life and use them against you later. Unless you're sure that you can counterattack him and you see a line where you can kill him, I wouldn't give him cards. So that is his best thing he can do against you is, well, his golden curve going first. Which is why, if you can steal going first from him, I would recommend doing that.
Well, all right then. Thank you.
On to the next.
On to the next. Boa.
Boa, how nice. You can
On
mulligan
second.
this hand. Yeah, well, I guess our opponent decided we're going second. Ooh, I can't say this is a very good hand. There are some differences in Boa lists, but generally all of them run pudding. So against Boa, what you want to do is, of course, you want to starve her, you want to utilize your banish, but at the same time, when you're clearing her board, you have to be a little careful. You can take the first hit, draw some cards. We'd really like to play something out right now if we can afford it. Unfortunately, we don't play anything out. Well, I don't even think we need to develop Frankie, to be honest. You can swing 5 face. Go ahead, yeah, it's fine. And trash Frankie. And don't play anything out, it's okay. So what Boa has going for her is, of course, the chaining of her late game. That is her arguably scariest thing you have to focus on in this matchup.
That's your card.
Oh yeah, it's played. It's just some Boas run the 3-cost blocker, some don't. They do have some differences, but the general core, just like with Mihawk, is the same.
Oh, damn.
Let's see how much he swings and whether or not we want to defend. I really want to see a 7-cost healer, so we're gonna take. We really have to hope to see. Let's use his trigger. Let's trash 5-cost Nami.
Kuzan goes pretty hard here, right?
Kuzan went hard last turn, not this turn. Nope,
well,
we still don't see a healer, so we're just mega bricking in this match. We're gonna swing 5 banish. We will be at 1 life next turn, and then we can play out our Luffy, or we can play out Rayleigh. No, we won't be playing out Rayleigh. You don't need to ramp. It's fine.
Okay.
And now play Kuzan, get rid of, I forgot her name.
Marguerite.
You can put her on the bottom, yeah.
Also, while you keep running this game, I got a call, so give me just a minute. We're passing,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. So, usually we want to go second always against Boa, because if she goes second, she has a pretty nasty curve. Ooh, how nice. You rarely see this card against us. Yeah, you can put away Rayleigh. If Boa gets to go second, she gets a pretty strong curve of 4-cost Boa into 6-cost Kuma. But going first, she is a little more aggressive, but she doesn't really have that strong of a curve. You can take, because we will start developing Luffy's right now. Wow, not a single healer. Okay. You can play out Luffy. You can play out Luffy, trash Rayleigh. Yeah. Swing 7 banish. And pass. You don't need to swing. With Kuzan, you'll just give him a boy a card for no reason.
This card? Really?
Well, I mean, it's not bad, but normally you don't see it. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty solid.
I guess so.
Oh, he doesn't have his 9-cost. Well, look, we're not the only ones who didn't have. Well, I mean, to be fair, I think we managed to brick a little stronger than he did. We played 12 healers and we didn't see a single one. So you can give a Sabo here. Yeah, that's fine.
Don't
And I
wanna.
doubt he will swing with his Boa. You were thinking of baiting his Boa swing?
Oh, that would have been cool. Yeah, that
You don't need to do that, no. You don't need to do that because, well, still no healer. That's right. Hard mode it is. Just play out Luffy right now.
Nami.
Trash a Nami. Yeah. Swing 7.
This guy's gonna drop. You'll frighten me.
You'll Frighten Me starts working only at 2 or less life.
Oh, I'm aware. I don't think he is.
Why? He's playing fine. He didn't make any mistakes. You can start racing him now. We have no choice. Swing 5
Fine.
banish. 5 regular, sorry.
Because we don't have healers. I presume is that.
We're swinging. We start attacking because we already have a big enough board. If he gets the bodies, he can't. They won't swing at us because we're at 7K. And yes, because we have no healers, we just need to close out this game already. So this is a very unique game because this is not normally how it goes against Boa. But I mean, it's fine as it is, I guess. So this is a match demonstration of what happens when you don't get a single healer and you still need to do something. And that's where Luffy comes in. Luffy provides so much defense, even though it is only for one turn. But for those of you who have watched the OP12 videos, if you remember, I always said that Yamato, when she is played out, she's the signal that you start attacking your opponent. Luffy is the same way. Once you play Luffy out, it basically means you can start attacking face. Not always, but for example, in a match like Boa, yes. Because when Boa develops her board from triggers, it will be ineffective for one turn because you're at 7K. Wow, really?
Who's
Okay.
on you, man? Damn. I feel like you could have just attacked it.
And we know that what her last trigger is, which is good. But most likely, I expect to see. Oh no, he went for blocker instead. Wow, all those trashed Rayleighs. I didn't think he would develop a blocker. I expected instead an event, the You'll Frighten Me. But oh well, this is fine too. Let's see now. We are going to be at 0 life, that's for sure. Kuzan doesn't work anymore, unfortunately. If we defend this with a 1k, I doubt he will swing with his 8k, because there's no reason to. So the question is, do we want him to swing with an 8k so that we start swinging with our Luffys into his board? And even though we go to 0, at least his board is smaller, and we use giants later to defend.
Yeah,
but
I might just block this.
Regardless of the situation, we really need a heal, no matter what. The question is, can we kill him now? Yes, we do, because if we start clearing his board, that means we will lose life. So
we only have one life to take. If we take this, if we block this swing, we'll take this one, and we can just kill these two, and we can get out of this.
Yeah, we can kill regardless. Yeah, the question is, if we see a healer? That's what I'm saying. What we need most of all is a healer. But okay, block with Luffy. Let's go to 0 life, and let's go crazy with it. I was just thinking if we can kill him, but because we only play 3 Rayleighs as resters,
there you go.
We've already trashed 2. I would really prefer a Borsalino in this case. I would just feel safer. Oh, Luffy. That's also actually, it's kind of a heal in a way. You can swing 12 into 8. Swing 12 into... I want to be a little more aggressive. Let's swing 5 face banish. Yeah, let's see what he does.
He blocks. You go here.
Yeah. I don't... Honestly, in this particular situation, yeah, kill the blocker. I don't want Boa to be healing. And now we can either develop Kuma or we can develop another Luffy. But because Boa plays unblockable, it might be a little scary. And one giant will have to defend like a bunch. So let's instead play Kuma. Let's go a little safer. Let's not tempt her and pass. Scariest thing here is Pudding right now. If we had had at least one healer earlier, God, this match would probably be over. But because we never saw a healer sooner, it's always been this. Okay, we have 5-cost Nami, so we're fine. This cannot heal. Sabo doesn't heal. You can use Giant. Pitching a Luffy. You're going to play 5-cost Nami on your turn, and do not use Nico Olvias. You will need them.
Yeah.
You can use 2k. Yeah. Let's see if Boa decides to keep up. Okay, she's keeping up the... You can use Sabo, yeah.
Am I banishing this life or this one? I imagine I'm banishing this one.
No. First, you play out 5-cost Nami.
Yeah.
Make them take. Now, you will play... let's count. So, one... the second Luffy will swing the final... He will kill Boa.
Yeah.
So, play out a Nico Olvia. Now, wait. Question is 9 enough? Because it's going to be 9 with this Robin, and then it has to be 11 with Kuma, or you can go 10-10. Let's go. I think 10-10 will be safer, because 2k, 2k, 1k is something Boa can have. Yeah, let's go. Attach another Dawn to...
I'm playing Olvia, right?
Well, yeah, it doesn't matter, but the next one will still be a 10k. So it kind of, if you want, you can do it through another Olvia to guarantee a bandage hit, sure, but it doesn't matter if he has the You'll Frighten Me, because this is a matter of a number of attacks. Yeah, go ahead. So here comes You'll Frighten Me. Yep. And now we just need him to not have 10. So attach everything to Kuma, swing.
Hmm.
And now Luffy goes for the kill. They need to trash a card first. But...
Let's search. Femur is a card. Yeah, I think Femur is what you're looking for.
And there you go.
Yeah.
So, some key pointers in the match. GG. You do want to go second in this match, because like I mentioned earlier, Boa going second has a pretty nasty curve, a very defensive one. And since you're not going to be rushing her down and you want to starve, you'll go second. Just when you're taking your life, be mindful of pudding. In this case, we weren't mindful of pudding because we really wanted to see a healer. We didn't. Luckily, we had a bunch of Luffys that we could utilize instead. So we were able to start pressuring Boa sooner. This was a little unconventional, but it still demonstrates how Robin is favored regardless, thanks to Banish, thanks to Luffy, thanks to high defense. You need to be mindful of how much life you are burning in this matchup. Well, quote-unquote burning, you're taking. And you have to be mindful of Perfume Femur. You never want to pass at 0 life against Boa. Pass at least with 1 life. And it'll be much safer. So, any additional questions you might have?
Not particularly, no. I mean, I'm familiar with Bow matchup. It pretty much, I mean, Crocs obviously very different, but they play very similarly. I think most decks are just building up boards that kill Boa in like 1 or 2 turns. So, yeah, I'm pretty good.
And be mindful of You'll Frighten Me, of course, just like we were here when we were going for lethal. You can use Nami in these cases, like you keep 1 just as a finisher, and everything's okay. So yeah, this isn't a particularly, again, I would say this is more of a skill check matchup. You need to, because starving Boa isn't as easy as starving other decks, but Boa gets punished so hard by Banish that it balances out.
Makes sense. Well, I suppose we can move on. Unless you have any more comments?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, sweet. Yellow Luffy.
Yay, we can mulligan this because this is literally nothing.
5.
Usually Luffy wants to go first, but this one went second. Okay. This is a match where we want to go second. We got first. Okay, we'll deal with it. Swing 5, Banish, and ramp with Sabo. The reason we're always swinging 5 is because we want our opponent to counter. There is no difference whether our opponent is at 8 life, or 6 life, or 5 life. As long as our opponent doesn't have a lot of cards in hand, you can take. This is a match where you aggressively take your life. Sure, you can cycle this, Frankie. It's fine.
What is this?
What do you mean?
So I see Sanju and I see Hawkback, and I'm confused.
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't know.
They often they can do both, but usually, well, some of them run the Thriller Bark package, some of them don't. You can swing the same old 5 banish.
Right.
You don't. So next turn he's gonna play 6 cost Robin most likely, trash 1 life, and then swing 5/5. The question is whether or not you're gonna be defending that or not. You will play out a Nami this turn, that's for sure. And most likely you maybe won't even give him his life. Yeah, you probably won't give him his life. So if next turn we want to heal, then we don't need to ramp for Luffy. So we're not going to ramp this turn. The only reason to ramp this turn is if we had a Rayleigh, then I would ramp, because Rayleigh is pretty good here, especially if we had the combination of Rayleigh Giant. Play out Nami, don't take him, don't give him his life, and pass. This is a match where you take it very slow. But going second, of course, you have a better curve, you have an extra card, you have an extra Dawn to work with. Oh, he has Robin, oh, he has Nami potentially instead. Take the 6 so that we don't get punished for the Nami. Draw 2. Frankly, you can even take this. He's probably gonna play out the 3-cost blocker.
Oh, that's all.
Oh, Absalom, sure. So you're gonna swing 5 banish face.
I'm fascinated.
You're gonna swing 7 into Sanji. And you're gonna play out Robin, yeah.
I know some things about this deck. Not many.
This is a deck against which you don't want to go to 0 life for the same reason as before. Going to 0 life means that he uses... you can give him 2/2Ks. Because he might aggressively lean into swinging, say, like 10k face or something. Stuff. It's okay. You take. And yes, use it. Trash Sabo. We might need Rayleigh later. Play out Luffy. Or yeah, Luffy's fine. Trash Sabo. Swing 7 banish face.
Yeah, these are good. These are good stuff here, right?
You're gonna swing 6 into Absalom. Jesus, Dragon King.
You don't like Dragon King?
Why in Luffy? I think it's probably the best. That's the best deck for Dragon King is Luffy, because you get so many cards, you get so much life to rearrange and play out ahead and stuff. Pass. That's it. You don't need to give him anything.
It's fun in Baby, or it's fun in Bella Betty, but it's not very good in Bella Betty.
So this is a Thriller Bark version of Luffy. More popular versions are your typical like stuff like 9 cost Bonnie, 8 cost Kid, 5 cost Nami, 7 cost Robin stuff. So what we're gonna do is we can swing 9 banish face. We're testing if he has an event or not. Okay. You can heal later. Let's decide if we want to start swinging like a lot. And then next turn, we will clean his board with our board, but he will be at a lesser life. We know that he arranged his life, so most likely it's going to be like Kikunojo Sanji on top or something like that. So the next 2 swings will most likely be bodies. And because it's Thriller Bark, there's even more bodies, so expect a ton of that. We will heal with Bartolino regardless. We'll just do it at the end of the turn. So I'm just thinking of, do we want to start pressuring, or can we still like waste time? Can you show his trash? Does he have Perona? He doesn't. Okay. Let's swing 6 face. Let's see if, just again, for science, let's see if we can clear his board next turn with our board that we've developed. You can swing 8 face as well.
Okay, will do.
And 12. He would keep all of his trigger bodies on top, which means he's most likely out of trigger bodies. Oh no, he isn't. He sorted them in an interesting way. Okay, heal up with Borsa, and you have GGun1t available.
I wonder if he did that to play around Banish.
Because oh, that would be interesting. Considering the fact that his first life was Jinbe, that we banished, I don't know. He's a 2 life. You can just give him a 1k for this. So we might raise him, but depends on what he decides to do. So let's see how this goes. Give him a 1k again of Basil Hawkins.
His actual leader effects online. What do you know?
Give him Kuzan. Block with Borsellino. Give him Kuzan. Take. Here comes Bonnie potentially. And block and give it. Use GGun1t. Give it 2k. Yeah. So we knew all of that would happen. Well, I guess I didn't voice it. Excuse me. So he's a 2 life, which means this time we're not doing the Nami thing that we did previously. We know he has a plus 3k event. Does he have any blockers in his trash?
No.
Or Peronas? No blockers, no Peronas. What he might have done is that he might have put a blocker in his life there closer to the end. So, which is 4-cost Robin. Which means that we might want to utilize Rayleigh later.
Yeah.
That means, though, that we can't swing very high Banish because he costs 8 Dawn. So, at the same time, I know that we can't swing 7 Banish because that's just plus 3k and that's it. So we will most likely be adding a bunch of Dawn everywhere. I do just really want to use Rayleigh to rest his blocker, even though we can swing higher numbers. I think that's safer. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's swing 8 with Robin.
This doesn't trigger it. This can just
we might proc his. Yeah. I didn't see a 0-cost event. I don't think his list would run a 0-cost event, but who knows? So he gives. What did he give? Which 2Ks? Okay, he gave Jinbe and Kumasi. He still has the plus 3k. I think you can swing. How many 2Ks has he used? He's used quite a lot, honestly. He has a Jinbe on board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And event.
Yeah. It's quite a lot. Yeah, that deck usually runs a standard like 12. Maybe we can just swing if we swing a bunch of Banish and we burn something that isn't a blocker, what happens then? With 4 cards in hand. Interesting. Swing 7 with Nami, I guess. Let's see if he wants to give us his event. He does. Okay. 3 cards left. Mm. If he just gives us a bunch of 2Ks, that would be quite nasty, wouldn't it? So maybe swing. Yeah, I think if you swing. No, it's not a guarantee, is it? Swing 5 damage. Swing 9 banish with Robin. He
You don't want
burns
to.
that. But then a blocker would kill us. Yeah. Because we really want to use the Rayleigh here. What a tough spot. What a tough spot. God, wasting so
7?
much time on this. Yeah, okay. Swing. We're 6-6. 6-6, I think, is good too. Because if he just has a bunch of 2Ks, well, what you gonna do? Good for him.
Okay, but if we go 6-6 and 2-2, we just lose.
Yeah, I agree. Well, okay, you can swing 7 with Borsellino. That's fine too, I suppose.
I mean, like, if we had one more swing, I could see going wide, but I don't think it's worth gambling.
I
There's
agree.
no fucking way.
Wow, he has a million 2Ks then, does he?
I mean, we could
Well, you
force
have to
it.
swing. You have to swing. No, Borsellino doesn't save us in this position anymore. I don't think it does. Because, well, we can. Yeah, you just have to. I mean, let's
Right.
see. If we can play defensively, what would that be? That would
Well,
be
it's kind
swing
of like
5 into Jinbe. That dies. Swing 12 into 10K. He leaves up 3 bodies. We heal with Borsellino. He has 4 swings. And then we have Borsellino for 1 block. We have GGun1t for defense. I mean, if the guy had 5 2Ks and a counter event, well, there's nothing in hand. Good for him. Like, there's nothing we can do. Just swing 5 banish face, and that's it. I mean, that's just raw skill, as they call it.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Yeah. No. You swing 12 with Luffy, of course. Because if he has a blocker, then you can. Okay, and now you swing Rayleigh and kill him.
Okay.
And there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, another unconventional match of playing against Luffy. That's normally not how you play this matchup. But what did he have? He had 2 counter events, and everything else was a 2K.
2Ks. Yeah, pretty much.
No, not 2Ks. He had 4.
Yeah, 4 2Ks and then the
He
counter
had
event.
2. He had 4 2Ks and 2 counter events. Damn, good for him, I guess. But he didn't have a blocker in life, though we were set up for that. So yeah, interesting. But normally this match doesn't go like this, so I don't even know like if we want to re-record, I suppose, and just give another way of dealing with this. But I guess just me explaining the matchup is more than enough. Normally you go second, just like with Boa. You go off of your heels, you clear the board, and you would do the same way going for lethal. Yes, you would build a board and then you'd start going for lethal. You would just do it when he has way less life. You wouldn't be in this like weird predicament that me and Schmidt were right now, where we had to like calculate this and do it very carefully, etc. Normally, you can do it a lot safer, but I guess this counts as well. I mean, it shows that even when stuff doesn't really go according to plan, you can still win against Luffy. I wouldn't worry about this matchup, honestly, especially if you do it according to the Starve plan. Then it's definitely way safer. You just rely on every turn. Basically, you have 12 healers, and you do your best to heal every single turn against Luffy. Uh, Heal constantly, and then use some like 10 cost Luffy to clear his Kid, Bonnie, Moria, you name it, like anything relatively big. Or you can attach Dawn to like Robin, for example, and kill them that way. Deplete him of resources. Just make sure you're healing every turn. So yeah, and taking your life also, because you can use all of those draw 2 triggers and stuff. You can have a huge hand against Luffy and not be afraid of any pudding or any hand disruption at all.
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, I think a lot of these
Mm-hmm.
matchups play somewhat similarly because we've mostly faced very startable decks.
Yeah, yellow is very popular nowadays. So, and so is this Luffy. Isn't he like in OP14? He's like the most popular leader
Yeah, for better or worse.
right now, for better or worse. Yeah. Well, for Robin, it's not something to worry about.
Of course. Well, on to our next.
On to the next. Let's
Doffy.
go second. Woo! We want to go second, and we're aggressively you mulligan this. We're aggressively looking for Kuzan in this matchup.
Okay, well,
And
we
of
don't.
course, we don't find him because every matchup has to be on hard mode for us. So be it.
That's what you got me here for. This
Indeed.
is not. It's not Dellinger.
No, he'll play him out next turn. So the pass.
He doesn't have one. Don't worry. I got you.
This is a match which is very much a skill check. It really tests your fundamentals when it comes to attacking and being aware of Doffy's ability. Oh, okay.
I told
So
you.
he
Isn't
didn't
that?
play Dellinger. He didn't play Dellinger. We didn't find Kuzan, so I guess it's a fair fight. You swing 5 banish and ramp with Sabo. We don't have a 4-cost. We would play out a 4-cost if we had one, at least Basil Hawkins or even a 2K. Even if we had Frankie or Baby 5, we would play it out right now.
You just
So
always love to.
Doffy and us really are on equal footing here. So pass. He did the right thing by not defending.
It's hard mode into a play if this was a good player. Also, you played against.
This is a match. Yeah, we played it before. So, okay, we really need Kuzan again because right now, if we attack with Robin, then he will just develop a 5-cost body, which you really don't want. We take. Oh boy. Well,
It's fine. We'll
can't
top
be
deck it. I
easy,
got you.
can it? Can't be easy. Oh well.
It's the top card of the deck.
So, and what did they find? They find the 8-cost?
Yeah.
Doffy? Yeah.
Is it gonna be our turn?
There it is. How much Dawn is he on?
6.
He's on 6, right? I don't believe that Sugar D ramps when she's hit. So this turn we can't attack with Robin because we don't have any way of removing that stuff. All we're gonna do is play out 7-cost Robin, heal, and pass, and that's it. You should not play into Doffy's ability. You'd rather just skip your attack and not give him any value.
We're going really next.
So even though instead he's going to get his 8-cost Doffy, he could have D-ramped and we would have swung it to Sugar, but instead he would have gotten like a Virgo out of it or a Monet out of it, and he would apply more pressure that way. But this way, he gets his Doffy, but we're going to be utilizing our Rayleigh right now and trying to clear that Rosinante. You can actually defend this with Nami because we're not going to be playing out Healer next turn. And that deck usually likes to aggressively try and kill you. So.
Am I gonna go like 6 Spanish first to try and proc the Sugar?
You don't need to even swing 6 Spanish for that, frankly. You can just swing 5. Yeah.
So I don't need to put actually need to put Dawn on later for Rayleigh. It just needs to be on.
Yeah, you will no. You will still need to. You'll just attach Dawn to the 7-cost Robin instead. Yep, he used that as expected.
Virgo.
Then you're gonna attach Dawn to 7-cost Robin. And we're gonna try our best to kill the 9-cost Rosinante. Yep. Oh, sorry, 5-cost Rosinante. Yeah.
Okay.
We do this. He's gonna have Nora Beam Sword, most likely with a 2K, so Rosinante will survive, but still, gotta do what you gotta do. What?
He pitched one to Rosie.
So what? He plays 4. No. Doffy plays 4 Nora Beam Swords.
You're thinking in gun logic where your opponents always have it. You gotta think in Schneck logic where they never do. See?
Well, then I don't understand why he's defending, unless he wants to burn all of his cards to defend Rosinante. Or he's afraid that we would go face, which we would not. Pass, develop. Let's get that done. This is also an excellent matchup for double Borsellino in the end game. When you've already established a board, you like clear his, or like go face, and then you go double Borsa and be at 2 or 3 life with double blocker, which is great.
We have no.
So let's see what he does. He should not be swinging unless he wants to. Okay. This is actually worth a 1K. So give Nami and Kuma, because we don't have a 2K, because we're playing on hard mode today. So that's fine. It's more fun that way. Well, that should have been a 6 first, but oh well. Who cares, right? We would take both of them.
Here.
He wants to go minus. Oh, I doubt it. Nice. Good trigger. What do you mean? Do you want to draw 2 cards for free? I do.
I didn't know if you wanted. There's our coupons. I didn't know if you wanted the 2K because of this.
No, it doesn't matter. You can go to 1 life right now. It's fine.
Oh, there's our coupons.
Yeah, there they were. The boys. So, we have 2 choices. We can either develop a Luffy and start swinging into his board, or we can swing 5 banish face, and after that swing into his board with the guys, and then double heal with Borsellino's. Also, there's an option of going Borsellino Kuzan. Actually, yeah, let's just a sec. He has 1 move. He'll move somewhere else. Okay, let's go. Let's go Kuzan first. That way we can potentially get rid of a redirect into sugar, into 4-cost sugar. Yeah, put that on the bottom.
Oh, I see.
You can only put that on the bottom.
Virgo.
Okay. So be it. Let him use Virgo.
Does this actually work? I'm just gonna do it again.
What?
Do I just do it again?
Oh, that's right. I forgot that. No. Oh, that was very silly of me. I forgot that this is part of Kuzan's cost to get rid of something. He doesn't trash a card if the thing didn't go away. No. We're too low on life to do that. That was my mistake. Swing 5 banish face. That was my mistake. We should have gone double Borsellino instead then. Yeah. That was very silly of me. You can swing 8 into Virgo. I assume this will be redirected into Monet, actually, to ramp him up back for like a 10-cost Doffy next turn, because right now he's on 7. Yep. And he wants to most likely be on 10. There you go. And now you can swing, this into Virgo. It's still not a critical mistake, but basically we forced him to redirect the next attack into Monet because he went down -1, funny enough. But that's kind of a cope way to look at it. He can just freeze Robin and the blocker if he wants. Or he can get rid of Rayleigh, but then we get an attack with Robin, so up to him. Let's see what he chooses. Sure. Then we get a swing with Rayleigh. Take. And defend with Basil Hawkins, the 1k. Swing 5k banish face. Nice, that's the second Nora. It's good not to deal with that card, honestly. And again, we're in a position where if we want to, we can Kuzan Borsa. This time Kuzan will actually work, or we can just go double Borsalino and stay safe. He's at 7 Dawn, right? And there isn't any way he can ramp. If we swing 9 with Rayleigh, he might redirect into Sugar and potentially summon like a character.
If he summons Monet, he does ramp, by the way, because it would ramp active on play and then he'd ramp off a Doffy. Well, I see when no.
No, he wouldn't. Monet doesn't ramp on play, she ramps on KO.
She ramps on play
I believe.
But we wouldn't swing against, so it wouldn't matter. Yeah, she ramps twice.
Oh, yeah, very nice. Okay, sure, whatever. We might actually not even need to swing with Rayleigh this turn to proc his leader ability. We can choose just not to do that, which is also an option. Because we don't have GGun1t, I don't feel safe playing out Luffy. So instead, let's just go double Borsalino. Maybe 1 is enough. Wait. If he remains on 7, we can just trash Sugar. Okay, let's go Kuzan, replacing Kuzan. Because we have double blocker, we should feel safer. Put that on the bottom. And we don't need to swing. I don't want to trigger his leader ability, because he can just redirect into his life and draw a card off that, and then nothing would change effectively. I just don't want him utilizing that searcher for value. Well, Virgo. I wonder if he had that in hand. Or not. We'll never know. But it's better safe than sorry. You need to know when to skip your attacks or not. You can block with Borsalino if you want to. It's just a free block in this case. If he wants to swing into our board, sure, let him waste time. You can block again. Wait. Okay, fine. You're a little too quick on the draw, you know that, because we don't have GGun1t, which means we will go to 0 life right now, which isn't scary because we have blockers, but it's like we could have played that safer. No, I mean, I'm saying it's fine. It's just the more optimal way. Like, I mean, you don't want to be at 0 life. You'd rather be at 1, at least. But it's okay. And now he's deciding, does he want to clear the Borsalinos, or does he want to go face, or like half and half and stuff. That deck does run Uso Hachis. What are you waiting for?
I'm sitting on it.
You don't need to pretend that you have GGun1t. Just take the 10.
You gotta believe.
You can use Nico Olvia here. Yeah.
Trigger or as a card?
No, you can use the trigger. Yeah, when I say use it, I mean use the trigger. Yeah, you can trash 7-cost Robin and Kuzan. Yeah. Now, let's think, do we want to be at 1 life, even though we will have double blocker? We can even go triple blocker with Luffy. Then we will be super safe. It is a bit greedy to do that. But with Giant, I mean, we have nothing to fear, and because he has no cards in hand. Decisions. let's living on the edge. Why not? There is no
That's
unblockable in that deck. There's none of that stuff that is like
there is,
particularly
but it's
dangerous.
not set up for it.
You you only need to think about Nora Beam Sword, which is important sequencing. So against Doffy, you would want to swing Banish first, swing all those for the turn, and then play out your 10 cost slash 9 cost Luffy, because then he won't Nora your blocker. That's something to keep in mind in this matchup.
I'm surprised I'm not just clearing board and playing Borsellino
Because it's not, well, here it's like pseudo clearing board. No, you will still swing. Actually, like, who knows, maybe you can even kill him because he has no
again.
healer, he has barely any cards in it. You'll start with a 5k banish swing face, and you'll see what he does. He might redirect into a big body, and if he does that, that means you can use yours to clear his board. You can ask him to pass the turn. That would be nice.
He's muted. He has chat muted. Okay. We won!
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Well, to be
Um,
fair, he is kind of dead, so I mean,
that's
what
fair.
is he
He
going to
is,
do? But
yeah.
because of the double blocker, what we're doing on our turn is we're swinging 5k banish face. If he takes, we keep pressuring face because we have another 5 attackers. He has no Dawn open. There are no triggers to be worried about. All of his triggers are effectively ramp triggers. So yeah. Any key points for this matchup? It is about fundamentals. This matchup is about Doffy. It is purely about Doffy's ability. And you don't need to, if for example he develops a Dellinger and you don't have a good attack, don't attack at all. There is very rarely a reason to attack unless you really need to ramp, which usually you don't, because this is a pretty slow matchup. You develop your healers, and oftentimes you might skip, like we did with Rayleigh, you might skip your last attack. Like, because Doffy likes to wait until the very last attack to utilize his redirection, unless it is something like vitally important that he needs to redirect, or for some instant value. He might wait until the very end, and you play around it, and then you don't give him that with your last swing. But these are, I suppose, these are like suggestions that you can only learn through practice. For instance, you might want to swing Banish first into a character that he doesn't want you to get rid of, because that means he most likely doesn't want to redirect Banish into his face. Say, for instance, he has arrested Virgo. You can attach 2 Dawn to Robin and swing 7 Banish into Virgo. And he's in a position, if he doesn't have a good, like, other on KO target, he might not want to redirect and defend Virgo that way and give you a card instead, because he'll have to redirect into life. So there's a lot of these nuances in this matchup. It is not an easy matchup, even though my win record against this deck now with this build is very high, over 85% or something. But it is all about good fundamentals. And yeah, you want to go second. You do not want to proc his on KO. The most important card in the matchup is Kuzan, because he will have, say, like Dellinger Sugar. You play out Kuzan first, you get rid of Dellinger, he trashes a card, and then you swing 5 Banish into Sugar, and most likely he will give that up. Otherwise, he would de-ramp and also have Banish swing into his face, which he would probably not do. And a lot of Doffy's power comes from that early game, where he prevents your attacks or he makes your attacks give him value. So yeah, do you have any questions? Additional questions?
No, no. I think I have kind of a comment on Doflamingo just as a deck. It's sort of similar to Teach in a way that most decks play into it very similarly. Regardless, and it's a lot of the matchup is often about how well your deck can handle his game plan versus how well he can handle yours. Um, so being good at fighting Dofi is a skill in and of itself, if that makes sense in the matchup. Similar to like
Oh
how
yeah,
good
yeah, I see.
you teach. You have to
Yeah, I
kind
see
of
what you mean.
understand
It's
that
not so
your
much
game plan
about
is
deck building.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not so much about the deck you build as how you utilize your tools against him. Yeah. Because in a way, he does shut off a part of. He's like more of a like stacks deck. Yeah, like to teach where he shuts off this conventional idea of just combat, and you have to realize that you're constantly playing around his ability, which is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
But once you understand that, and with Robin, you have access to Kuzan, which just effectively it's not KO. It just puts it away, and you burn Dofi's hand. It is also a deck that likes to take early swings into life or redirects into life and gains card advantage that way. And then punishes you in the late game thanks to 10 cost Dofi freezing your board, thanks to Nora Beam Sword constantly like resting your stuff and then just killing you with 7Ks, 10Ks, 9Ks, etc. But Robin is fine against Dofi. It just requires a lot of practice. I've played against Dofi a lot to learn all these patterns, to learn how he functions. But once you do, you're not worried. Like here, even if we're at 0 life and stuff, we know we have the blockers, we know we have the counter, it's okay. So yeah, card advantage is king, basically.
On to the next.
On to the next.
All right.
Oh, that's a nice one. That's like Logan Paul over here, practically.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's closer, honestly. He got at least some of the letters right.
You keep this hand. You can keep this hand.
So you said this matchup
In
had
the
a lot.
past, yes, this matchup became a lot better. It is still tricky. It is very focused on 9 cost Luffy or 8 cost Rayleigh if you're going first. If you're going second, it's about, well, I call him 9 cost Luffy, but he's 10 cost. But oftentimes you play him out for 9, you get it.
Yeah.
And in the past, you would never want to utilize Kuzan. You would never want to heal Luffy because you didn't have any late game power against him. But now it is different. And now I actually do recommend Kuzaning that Zoro specifically. So when you go second and you're playing against him, it is important for. It is all purely about who has the threats first. You can swing 5 face, trash Basil Hawkins, and play out Kuzan and get rid of that Zoro. So we're going to be hoping to see Luffy's. And UP Luffy has this situation, which is very similar to how we used to deal with Blue Kuzan in the past, where he has to choose between developing his board or clearing yours. And if you're able to establish a threat faster than UP Luffy, you have the advantage. And also, thanks to the stable healing, the only thing you're worried about thanks to the stable healing, you're able to prolong the game and keep applying pressure, yada yada. The only thing you're worried about is if, say, you only had as pressure like 7 cost Robin, and if he was able to ram fast, he just goes Sanji, Mihawk, get rid of your Robin. Then yes, then tempo is on his side and you're screwed. So he only has 6. You can take this. It's fine. We are trying to find Luffy, but apparently we're only going to be going off of Robins, which is okay. Yeah, you need to play out Robin, and the question is, do you want to ramp with Robin? You heal 2, and let's see if we want to ramp. Let's see if we want to get rid of a 2K to be at 10 next turn. This is interesting. Oh, and there's also a situation where right now, because he was able to find like double ramp, he might play Mihawk this turn. Hopefully he doesn't. If he does, we're cooked. Hopefully he doesn't. Let's pass. Let's see if he leans more into the pudding side of things because we have an extra card in hand. Or he has the nuts where he didn't even search. 9-cost Mihawk is a 1/2 of in the deck. Unsearchable, well, only through his like leader ability and stuff. If he doesn't have him this turn, we're good.
Oh!
Okay, good to see. He doesn't. He doesn't. That is
Oh,
okay.
actually, he can't be Hawk. He's not at 3 life.
Oh, that's right. He can't ramp because we stopped that with Kuzan. Good point. Very nice. Very nice. Because he's not gonna pudding us this turn, we can actually even take this because we need to find that Luffy.
There he is.
There he is. There's our boy. And because we'll be on 9, we can even take this swing right now off Luffy. Because all that matters is developing a board. If he plays pudding, we don't care. That means he didn't play out a big guy. You can use that. You can trash one. You can trash a 7-cost Robin because I doubt you will play 2 in a row. Because right now we're gonna play out Luffy. Nice, another Luffy. Very good. Yeah, you can swing into Zoro with a 5. That's fine. You can start off with that. Play out Luffy. Trash a Robin. Because we have another Luffy, we prioritize Luffy's and Borsellino's in this case because Borsellino's cheaper and allows us to attach more Dawn and stuff, yada yada. One Robin is pretty much enough. Let's see if he decides to defend. If he does, you will swing into Sanji.
Why did he block this?
Because he can just, I don't know actually. Maybe he wants us to, maybe he has no counter in hand at all. Yeah, go ahead. And it's a banished swing, and if he has no counter at all, he just spent a Sanji and then he drew off of Robin. I can see him doing it for that reason. So we have advantage. We saw how Kuzan helped greatly in this matchup where he didn't get his ramp, so he only ramped once off of that 3-cost event that I always forget the name of.
Him losing his ramp body and a card in hand, and then not being able to ramp off of the next row with a row was pretty nice.
Yep. That's the power of Kuzan in this. And the fact that, again, we have late game presence now in EB04. We've developed our board first. So what he wants, his best play right now is 9-cost Sanji into 9-cost Mihawk, get rid of Robin. Let's see if he does that.
Ooh.
That is his perfect play. He revealed Charlotte Linlin. Okay, that is not nearly as terrifying as what it could have been. And even if he did the whole like 2 9Ks, it's not as scary because we have our 12Ks to defend us.
This is how it feels to play Shanks, by the way.
What?
This is how it feels to play Shanks, by the way, in this matchup.
Oh, I see. You didn't need to do that, but oh yeah, that's right. He has no more swings. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sometimes when the card is like grayed out, it means it can't attack. But if the other card is not grayed out, I always think that it can attack now. So we're gonna develop another Luffy. You can trash Sabo. Swing 7. And we can either choose to. We'll see. We can either choose to leave up a giant, or we can swing 6 with Kuzan. Poking Luffy is very good because that deck has a lot of bricks, and when he doesn't have any Dawn open. So he can also red rock our blocker and decide to go for game.
We get out of that. We have enough time.
Mm.
It's 10-11 or 9-11.
Yeah, I see. Okay, let's be more aggressive. Let's do that. Let's attach. Swing 6. Last turn he didn't show us a counter. For at least for the he didn't have a 2K. So remember when he blocked the 7. So
he still doesn't.
That's already pretty indicative.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd rather that be in the trash than on the field.
You don't like Blue Nami?
No, I do not. I genuinely dislike that card.
I remember when we were testing this matchup, I had no idea what I was doing, and I was just like, Sanji, Nami, Nami, Rosie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The good old days. The good old days.
Disgusting. Disgusting. But now this matchup feels a lot better. And I'd even say, regardless of if you go first or second, if you go first, you utilize 8-cost Rayleigh, getting rid of his, like, what's his name? 4-cost ramper. Why am I forgetting him? I played him for a million years. Mr. 2, Bon Clay. Yeah.
My goat Bentham?
And so now he's in a position where
He's in a bad position.
he has to choose. Most likely, like if I were him, yep, I would go for Red Rock, try to go for game.
Yeah. Does he want to go bad lethal or terrible lethal? Damn.
Sure, that's not good for him because literally 1K wins the game. so it's like, sure. Literally 1K wins the game. He just committed Sudoku, as they used to say.
You're gonna swing the 9 first, like a real man? Okay.
Well, he knows that he's fucked, so poor guy.
Yeah, but he could at least play out the earlier. We knew we were done, and we still.
No, even if he didn't play out the pudding and he would leave up, say, some events, he would most likely still die.
Oh,
that 12 face is so strong. The 12K is so strong.
I'm killing him with this
Kuzan. Okay, I'll allow it.
No, you don't want to?
No, it's fine. I'll allow it. You can do it.
I'll allow it. Yup, that's Luffy.
Oh boy. Well, yeah, I think I pretty much covered this matchup. It is way less scary than it used to be. It is purely tempo focused. Focus on Kuzaning his 3-drop and developing how we developed here. This is pretty much textbook. Kuzan into Nico Robin into Luffy, because you will be ahead. And if you're going first, you will swing 8K Banish. Next turn, if he's on 3 life, you can develop Nami, 5-cost Nami. Or if he's on 2 life, you can swing 11 Banish Face. Force him to use 2 cards if he uses the 2-cost event, and then another counter. And after that, you will play Rayleigh. So that means you will need to double ramp if you're going first against him. Because once you've established Rayleigh, that means you're going to be first to establish a big body against him again, which is vitally important. If he develops his, say, Rogers, arguably the best things he can do against you is, like, if he goes in 1 turn, he ramped faster than you, he developed Void Presence faster than you, got rid of yours, so like Sanji Mihawk next turn, Sanji Roger, yeah, you're probably screwed. Like if you weren't able to develop stuff and he developed it faster. But in my experience, that has been pretty rare. I can even actually check my stats specifically with this build against Blue Purple Luffy. I've played against him 12 times and my win record is 75% right now. 83% going first 6 times, 67% going second 6 times. Yeah, because if you don't see the Kuzan and you're going second against his Zorojuro, that's already a little tougher. And he might even want to defend him next turn and stuff. He'll be able to ramp faster, yada yada. But yeah, this matchup, in my opinion, is pretty favored for this Robin. That's it.
I mean, Luffy just hates these Poke bodies regardless of deck. Honestly, Luffy just hates boss monsters. I don't know what happened, but like I've seen Foxy gameplay and like Luffy just can't handle the little 8 cost 9k Foxies. Like you establish anything in the Luffy and he struggles so much.
Well, to be fair, Foxy also freezes his board. Like
Well, I
that's
mean,
that's a
yes,
little different.
no, that's fair. But yeah,
But yeah, it is tough. It is tough for Luffy if you were able to establish a threat first. But it is a ramp deck, and the idea is that he's supposed to establish it first. If he's not able to do that, he has to juggle multiple things at the same time. He has to juggle defense, potentially removal, and also board development of his own. So even though he is a very scary boss monster, against Robin with this particular build, it isn't as scary, not even nearly as scary as it used to be, because we can heal up and buy ourselves time, because we can also ramp. So we are able to develop faster. And in the mid game, his bodies are smaller. For the mid game, he has stuff like the what does he have? Basically, 5 cost Nami and sometimes 7 cost Linlin, and that's it, depending on how he ramps. While
yeah.
we have 7 cost Robin, we have 7 cost Kuma, which we are supposed to establish already on turn 3 if we're going second. So yeah, this matchup is, I'd say, way more favored than it used to be. On to the next.
On to the next. Everyone's favorite.
No, oh yeah, yeah. Let's go.
Right,
Oh, we're going first.
yeah, it's gonna be great. Don't worry. Oh yeah, we're gonna lose anyway. Now
Okay. Okay, it's important to explain this matchup once more because the first emo we faced was very bad. You can keep this hand, even though we don't have a trigger right now. We still have the Nami cost Rayleigh. So that means I'm going to have to repeat this intro once again and explain the emo matchup. So when I was developing this deck, I decided that the matchup that I would sacrifice would be emo. And it's primarily because with OP14, his defense has become so good thanks to ground F, thanks to having 8 1-cost events, that I'm unable to make a starve deck against other decks that at the same time would be fast enough and would have enough good tools to defeat Emu, like before with Magellan's 8-cost kids, Usohachi, etc., etc. You can just swing 8 banish. Since we don't have a trigger, we don't get to ramp, which is extremely unfortunate. But ideally, in this matchup, you want to go second. You want to develop Basil Hawkins, 7-cost Robin, and then either 8-cost Rayleigh, probably 8-cost Rayleigh, yeah, and just everything swinging face as aggressively as possible and trying to whittle him down, trying to kill him. It won't work. It will work only against a poor emu player. So an emu player that decides to swing into your life, that, I don't know, does misplays with his defense, etc., etc., you will be able to beat him. But at least this emu decided to starve, which is correct. Yes, you play out Nami.
He takes one, right?
Yeah, of course. We still didn't have trigger to ramp, so we got bricked. But it doesn't matter. In this case, it really is irrelevant. Even if we had like the perfect hand for going first, I mean, this is emu. But this is the one matchup which I would say, if the emu player is good, it is unwinnable, in my opinion. Yeah, use it, just play out, force it just to have another body. Sure.
Man, I cannot wait to trash this trigger off this Robin.
Oh yeah, no, I've said in the Robin
What?
chat. Oh, thank you. He's very kind. You can take. He's very kind.
No. More Rayleighs, actually.
All these Rayleighs. I mean, Rayleigh's nice. Sure, I don't mind.
Take.
Yes. Yeah, of course. I don't know why he decided to suddenly swing. He's like, let me give him a chance. Thank you. Thank you, Emo. That is very kind of you. Swing 5 face. You won't ramp, because next turn you can just play Rayleigh most likely, and you will play out 7-cost Robin.
Am I swinging
Oh, yeah,
Borsellino?
Sabo.
So does it get Mars?
Yes. Swing with Borsellino. Yeah. Swing face. Face, of course. You don't fight for board with Emo. It's a waste of time. So, like I mentioned in the Robin chat, that Robin, she always trashes a Sabo or a baby 5. And you see how she just trashed a Sabo. I swear. Those are the cards she's trashed the most, by far. Sabo and baby 5. She's hardwired, just programmed on the sim for it.
Brother. This is like when I play Lim. This sucks.
No, the opponent is making huge mistakes.
That's okay.
I was really hoping he wouldn't. That would be more interesting. You can take. It's fine. Next turn, he is on 10, right? So his last card is the 10-cost Elder. Yeah. Go ahead.
He like cracks life this game.
So now what we're gonna do is, because he most likely has 10-cost Elders next turn, it means we're gonna play out Luffy. Because we become a 7k. You can play him out now. Trash 1 Rayleigh, that's fine. Swing 7 face. And then 8 with Robin. Yep, because he has a 10-cost Elders in hand, he should have double blocked, honestly.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Because he doesn't need these guys, because we're a 7k.
He might not have. Okay, there it is. I get the feeling.
No, he has it. Of course he does.
Just searched it.
So what? He wants 2. He wants all of them now when he's at 10 on. So he definitely has 1 in. No, why? He can just blow up his character and draw a card. He will be at 3 cards. What do you mean? So in his trash, I think he already had 1 10-cost Elders. We're gonna keep this match. I mean, it's fine, just as a demonstration. But even if we win this match, I assure you, you should not win this match. It's like not even. You can trash Basil Hawkins.
Every deck has 1 bad matchup, especially in a jungle meta. Or you are emo.
No, this is like a true bad matchup. Like,
I know.
Like this is what like emo is to Vivi, basically. I'd put it that way.
I mean, I'm familiar with having a really bad matchup in emo. It sucks.
Yeah, and this is the same thing for Robin. A good emo will destroy this deck, and it's okay, because it's fine to have 1 truly bad matchup, but everything else is manageable. We'll see if we get to play against some other like really tougher matchups. They do exist, so stay tuned for more, for the sake of the algorithm and retention. So he's gonna play out Nosujuro after this, and for how much would he attack? I'm just counting. It would be 7.
Maybe 8.
Because I doubt he'd probably leave up 1 Dawn for that. I mean, you can block, make him use his Dawn if he wants to swing for 8 or above. Because he's going to spend 4 right now for 10-cost Elders. He'll only have 1 left. So
are you not worried about him?
This way you can get. I'm not worried about him getting rid of Robin. If he wants to lose life, be my guest. Because he rests a Dawn for 10-cost Elders ability. Trash the card. Did he trash another 10-cost Elders?
I
Does that
told you,
mean there's
dude.
3 in trash now?
He's just
But
sitting on.
he had an extra card in hand.
Maybe there's.
So
Maybe it's also
look
others.
at the older trash. Okay, no. So there's 3 in total. No, but he had another card in hand. That's what I mean. So like, I wouldn't trash that unless it's the 4th one.
I'd imagine he just has another one in hand.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I mean,
So here, if we let it go, he goes to 1, but he does draw a card. The question is, what do we do, because we don't have another Luffy, since he has board presence. Having a bunch of 1Ks in hand isn't particularly good without a Luffy. With Luffy, it's excellent. Without a Luffy, not so much. We didn't see any more, right? We didn't trash any. We don't have any. Can you look at our trash for a second?
there's nothing.
Yeah, just 2Ks. Interesting. And he definitely has a plus 4K right now in hand. So on our turn, we can try and go for game by playing out. We can swing 9K banish while resting his Mercury. He will only have 1 blocker. He's at 1 Dawn. 1 blocker. Say he blocks 9K banish, and then if he defends a 9K with Rayleigh, then I think we can't kill him, right? Because we only have 3 swings. He'll be at 1 life and 1 blocker. So it means that all 3 have to connect. So we can't kill him that way. But it's the same thing if Robin's still alive, there is no difference. I guess you can let Robin go. I don't see a difference. And yeah, use it. So even with our opponent making a bunch of mistakes and stuff, we're still in this position. We just don't have the time to develop a wide board against him. Going second, yes, we would have an extra character in the form of like Basil Hawkins. We would have that. Ideally, in these positions, you would want to chain Luffy's. But again, against a good Emu player, your hand would be way too short to chain Luffy's. Like, it would do nothing because you would have a bunch of life. So yeah, we can. What can we do? We can hope. Well, yeah, I do understand the whole Borsa plan, but we can either hope to kill him. Let me see. So it's 9, 9, 12. He has never existed, and he needs 1 more card. Yeah, I don't. Unfortunately, yeah. What are the odds that he has like a bunch of breaks? But
I mean,
to be fair, we've seen only 1 ground death, 1 that, 2 never existed.
We run it, right? We gotta run it.
What do we survive if we don't do this? That's my question. Do we survive if we do Borsalino and swing into Baldy over there and hope that that's like... But he just gives us 2 blockers. So all we know is that there is no point in just swinging 7 face. That's for sure. We can hope that he doesn't have another 10. That he doesn't have another 5 elders, and that Borsa with that is enough. So let's. You will have 3 attacks, 4. I'll be at 2 life. And take. Okay, let's swing. No. Borsalino is going to be the last thing we do. Yeah, we can keep the Olvia. No. We can actually even use the Olvia, but what do we need extra Dawn for? We only need 1 for 1 giant, and that's enough. Yeah. Okay, swing 9 banish. You can swing it wherever you want. It doesn't really matter. Yep. Because regardless, if I were him, I would just use Mercury.
this dude leave? Was he so terrorized by the fact I thought about my turn that he couldn't bother being here?
No, why? Your opponent can now be thinking, doing something. It's fine. Like, say for example, you play out a Borsellino and heal, he might want to have his board kept. He's just thinking, what if I just take this life, like it's burned, but I still have my board? Like, because we can't rest 2 blockers and then swing 12 face, so. Yeah. And if anything, you can always edit it in post, right? So.
Yeah, I should do that a lot. It comes up surprisingly often.
It does in your other like matches or something.
Yeah, I have to cut. There's a lot of times where my opponents are just sitting there doing literally nothing.
You can swing 12 into. Let me see. We'll have 2 life and a blocker. He will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks plus. No. This is right now 5, and the 6th one is the next Nosujudo off of his like 5 elders.
Yeah.
Let's swing 12 face. His Nosujudo won't kill that Luffy anyway, so that's way too much Dawn investment, basically.
Baller.
Okay, nice. At least he's at 0 this time. Now we heal. We still have our plan of Rayleigh all the way for next turn. It depends on what he does. It is riskier this way, but I mean, we have a lot of counter. So, yep, you can give 2k, 1k. So Frankie Kuma. You can give Nico Olvia Kuma. Because if you were going to do the Rayleigh thing, it's going to be only 1 Nico Olvia anyway. You can take this. It's a 2k. I mean, I'm lazy to count the number of 2ks that we could potentially draw off this. Draw 3 and then trash Aurelian something else. Keep it. We still have giant if we want to like cycle stuff. Okay, this attack probably signals that he has a 5 elders, another 5 elders to play, and then the next 2 swings are going to be bigger, and he might trash our Borsellino with a Mars. So I think you can just block this. Yeah. Here comes number 4.
Never fisted. Sure.
We will bait him with our giant for him to spend more. Oh, he's doing this instead. Yeah, you can just give it 2k. Yeah.
If he's out of elders, could we just go for next turn?
And you can give a. You can actually just. What do you mean? We can't survive without Luffy, so it's irrelevant. We can't kill him either, honestly. You can use giant. Wait, you can just. It doesn't matter. Do whatever you want. Just don't use Nico Olvia, and that's fine. We're not gonna try and heal and survive another turn and stuff anyway. So we're just gonna play out. You're gonna attach 1 Dawn to leader.
We can't kill him.
Yeah, we can't. I know we can't. because he has double that stuff.
We know we can't.
So what? Yeah.
He has no more elders.
Yes.
We can try to go 7 and force a block.
Sure. You will. You will success. No, you won't. You won't force a block off the 7 if you want to go
Not the
Luffy,
7, sorry, the 12.
and then you'll swing off the 12. Yes, you will. You will get a block. You'll get a guaranteed block. Um, this match is lost because if you play out Luffy and you stay on Giant, he has enough bodies to just overpower you because we don't have counter in hand.
But we have a blocker
All
who
we
will
have
like
is a.
when there's a giant, there's a way.
Sure. Then you can swing 12 into Nosujuro. Because if you play out the Luffy, he knows your plan. So, yep, play him out. Get rid of Rayleigh. Swing 7 into Nosujuro again. Yeah.
You gotta play to your outs.
Well, I mean, I oftentimes give opponents the benefit of the doubt, and I hope they see the line, which is pretty obvious. It's important, I think, to play off of the worst possible scenario. Yes, you need to play to win, but when push comes to shove, sure.
I just give Olvia here, right?
Yes. And here's the problem, because you can either give Giant, or you can keep it now, you can take a life, and then you'll use Giant later on the next swing. Whichever you prefer. I think the next Nosujuro from hand will kill us. So, if you want, you can take this. Yeah, make him think on his dawn. You need a draw 2 trigger right now, but I doubt it'll be that. Yep. Let's hope he swings a 7. But if I were him, I would swing 11 or 12.
That is such an annoying swing.
Well, yeah, I guess he skillfully knew that we didn't have an extra 2k. You use Giant.
Two
You
2Ks.
hope to see not bricks, but
Um,
yep, see that. It was
gotta...
bound to happen. And now you die. Yay. That 8k swing is incorrect. That should be higher because we cycled with Giant. So if we had defended this, it would have been pretty nasty for him, in my opinion. But yeah,
Well,
there was the other Nosujuro. So anyway, even with the opponent was playing, even like, yeah, we didn't have the ideal hand, we were going first, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. This is a matchup which is bad. Sure, you need to play to your outs. In my opinion, the best curve, the best potential you can have is if you go second. You play out Basil Hawkins, 7 cost Nico Robin, 8 cost, and then you just spam basically 8 cost Rayleighs. Alternatively, you go 4 cost Basil Hawkins, 5 cost Nami, in next turn into 7 cost Robins or Rayleighs. That is your best out in this matchup. It's just spamming that, attacking as high as possible, attacking as much as possible, and hoping to more or less race Emu. But I would not. I would dodge Emu as much as possible with this deck. But it is important still to demonstrate the matchup, to explain it, so people don't have any, I suppose, questions about it. Yeah.
I don't have any questions. You ready to move on?
Yeah, let's move on. Let's go.
Jinbe. This was quick, at least. I assume Jinbe's
Yep,
just
let's go.
gaming.
Let's go. Keep.
Is it Kuzan gaming?
Jinbe can be pretty tricky, but you do want to go second, and you do want to, yeah, it is Kuzan Gaming, it is an aggro matchup, and you want to spam your healers, so which we do not have right now. Let's take let's use this trigger because we need to find our healers. Let's give him a 2K. If we see Borsalino, that means we don't need to ramp. But with this, we still need to increase the odds of hopefully seeing a 7 drop, which we have 8 in the deck. So we're going to play to our outs. No. You first swing 5 Banish Face. And you ramp with Basil Hawkins. And now we play Kuzan and punish him.
And Hachon, here's a brick. Sweet.
The one thing to keep in mind with Jinbe is that he plays also Perfume Femur. So you do not want to be at 0 life against him. And I'd say the most annoying card in the matchup is 8 cost Jinbe. It's very strong. It'll bounce back your 7 cost Robin. Immediate pressure. But if you're healing, if you're burning his hand, you'll be fine. Keep in mind that he has Fisher Tiger, which is insane card advantage, but this matchup is fine if you're going second. If you're going first, it is not easy. It is tough. But you must treat this as any aggro matchup like an OP12, basically. You give as few cards as possible. You defend early because his future swings are going to be much higher. The reason we took this first life here is because we really want to see a healer. But after that, I would defend if it requires fewer cards in hand.
I wonder if we should have. Oh, no.
Okay, it'll remain a mystery. What you
Well, I
mean
was
to say?
thinking, we should have counted the first one in case he leader affected, but I forgot he didn't have rested on. He just had a bunch of attached on.
Give him a 2K because we're going to play out Kuzan. I'm a little sick, so I cough from time to time.
That's okay.
We're going to swing 5 Banish Face.
No ramp.
No ramp. No. Unnecessary. Kuzan. He's going to play out Fisher Tiger, probably.
And refill his entire hand back to 5 after all the work we did? There's no way.
Yes way. Oh, that's good. It's good that he trashed that. No. Never. No attacks. Are you kidding?
Okay. No. You say never.
Yeah,
I think
never. And I mean it. And I
Can
mean
you
it.
hear me out? Can you at least hear me out?
You can end turn, please. At least end turn, and then I'll hear you out.
He's
Go
gonna.
ahead.
He's fish targets. We just goes up to 5, and then he doesn't have to trash for anything.
Yeah, and if you give him a card, he'll just get a free attack, and that's it. That's brilliant. That is brilliant. He'll just get more power.
I'm here to make decisions, not good ones.
That's true.
I mean,
you can take.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Ooh, trigger.
Use it. Yes.
Ooh, that's bad.
You trash an army, yeah.
Am I just taking this too and going into Luffy?
Alternatively, you can take, and then that means you can play out Luffy.
Yeah.
And it'll be a blocker against 8 cost Jinbe, so that won't do anything against you. Well, yeah. What else is he gonna do? He can alternatively red rock you. I mean, we're in the search of healers, and right now, if you just give him 2 cards, yes, you're at 2 life, but what else? What's gonna happen after that? He's not developing his board.
No,
I'd rather we develop ours. Yeah. Let's take. I'm saying let's take. Oh, nice. This is the best healer of the matchup. So yes, kill Arlong. And you can swing 5 face. No, you swing 5 banish and see if he wants to give you a card, which we don't mind. And then you can play out Luffy. Yeah. I would develop Luffy. Yeah. Develop and trash Nami. Yes. You could argue, since he played out Luffy, it's time to counterattack, but that deck is pretty aggressive. If that deck didn't have stuff like Perfume Femur and Red Rock, I would attack it. But because it does, it's too risky to give him a bunch of cards in hand right now. We want to be able to use Luffy to like clear 8-cost Jinbe and stuff. And it's way easier to do when he doesn't have cards in hand.
Makes sense. I mean, we're in a winning spot, right? At this point.
If we keep getting healers, yes. Especially Borsellino healers.
Maybe he'll just bounce Borsellino back to our hand.
It's fine, then we'll replay it. You don't need to interact with this. It's fine. Because he has an 8-cost Jinbe right now in hand. So let it go. We do not care for our board. There's the big boy. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to swing 7 Banish Face. See what he does.
7, 7, 12.
No. When you're swinging non-banish as a starve deck, you don't need to attach extra Dawn to your characters, because we're not trying to go for lethal right now. We're not in the position to go for lethal. Just play out Borsellino and pass. Because why develop? He has a huge like Chungus on board, and if we just give him a bunch of cards in hand, he will gladly use them either for his leader ability or for defense of his board. This way, we just develop ours. We starve him out. We are in no rush. Swinging 13 because probably he thought that Luffy is still a blocker. You can just take. It's okay. Yay. Borsa keeps coming.
Take or block.
Block. You do not want to be at 0, and you do not want to be at 1. You'd rather be at 2. Yeah, you block this.
And then 5, then 12.
No. You can swing again. So you only need 14 to get guaranteed death for Jinbe. So you can just swing 7 Banish again. Yeah. We're just repeating the previous turn, basically. Only this time we will have GGun1t open again. If he wants to burn his hand for that, so be it. If he did, by the way, if he had burned his hand... oh, wait, he can't. It's 14 and 10. Never mind. Forget what I was saying. He can't even defend that. There's Fisher. I have like several losses against Jinbe, and it's just so dumb because I bricked like crazy. I had hands like 3 Rayleighs, 3 7-cost Robins, like a Luffy, etc. Just nightmarish. Block and the 2K, yeah. Block 2K.
Make sure they have a little water. Thank you.
It's important to keep in mind that with this deck, your Borsellino and Kuma, they heal off of 2 life plus, so off of 2 or less life. So if you're at 2, you're still okay. Yeah, you can play out Luffy. Trashing a Borsellino. It's okay for without Giant right now. We have 2 blockers, 2 life. Oh, sorry, Basil Hawkins. I meant they both start with B. Yeah, I was thinking about Borsellino and saying that. Swing 7 Banish. Go ahead.
Are we ever actually going to swing this Kuzan? Like final turn?
Final turn, sure, if you want to. But right now, let's see what he does. Okay, he defends. We don't attack with Kuzan. Still buying time. No. You don't do anything. Pass. we're not gonna give him any cards that we don't need to. We're
Mhm.
just gonna kill him like in one turn. We know that at the bottom he has what, 2 bricks? They're both bricks, right?
A
In
brick
his
and a
life.
2K. That's a brick and a 2K.
Oh, it's a 2K. The 3 cost. Damn, I forgot about that. That's
You don't
nasty.
know Wanasumi's just a 2K? That's also a vanilla?
Yeah. I forgot completely. I know that, but I wasn't paying attention. That was him. Yeah, sure. I mean, this is like what? We've been recording for quite a while at this point. Cut me some slack.
No slack for you, buddy.
Sure.
So take.
You can take. Yeah. I mean, if you... Yeah, it's fine.
Woo!
You can
This
take
is actually pretty good, isn't it?
Goes on?
This is
Sure,
decent
it's
to put
nice.
a wall away.
No, I'm just thinking if we can kill him right now. But because now you have 2 12k swings, which is freaking massive. But I mean, we don't need to even risk that, honestly. We can again just swing 7 banish. Do the same thing. If he gives you 2 cards, you'll burn the 3rd with Kuzan. He didn't do that, so it means you can maybe even try to go for lethal? Question mark. Swing 5 with Kuzan. There, you see, and now he's like, dang it. Just play out Kuzan, yeah, get rid of his 2 costs and pass. And next turn, if he goes like 8 costs, bounce your Borsellino, you're like, okay, I'll defend that, then I'll play again Borsellino, kill both of your bodies, and do the same thing again. Only 5 banish face, yada yada yada, or
Just go
7 banish
forever and
face,
ever.
whichever you prefer. Yeah, you just put him through the ringer, and that's it. Pass. Again, it's just freaking torture, basically. You're just
Oh, it's
torturing
torture,
the aggro deck. Yep, you're just torturing the aggro deck.
Do it. Swing.
Yep, he's swinging 9 because he most likely has 8 cost Jinbe.
He wouldn't have
For
done
an
this.
extra swing. No. He's still this way because if he just swings a 7, then we can just giant out of that. And he plays out. Let's see. I think for some reason I think he has 8 cost Jinbe. Yeah, Jinbe would bounce personally. I understand. Yeah, maybe it doesn't make sense this way to swing.
Well, yeah, he can't use Jinbe's effect now. That was the issue.
Yeah. But he still gets rushed, right?
If he trashes the 1 card in his hand, yeah, he swings 7-10.
Yeah, that's pretty mid. I would just block with probably. Actually, okay, I guess you could use Giant. Yeah, use Giant, find some healers for next turn. Yeah, go ahead, do that. It's just that I really don't like when I'm using Giant to. Yeah, go ahead. To trash a 2K, it always hurts. There's just multiple different ways. If you wanted, you could just block with Borsa. If not, you could do it differently. Whichever you prefer. Big brain.
That does half my job for me.
It does. Bounce back Fisher Tiger to gain a bunch of cards next turn. Are you kidding? Big brain. That's freaking massive. Well, yeah, I think if I were him, I would concede even a little sooner. But sure. By the way, if he gets swung 7 face, I would use Gum Giant maybe again.
I figured, yeah, because you're just going to Borsellino next turn.
Yep. So yeah, this is the Jinbe matchup, and it goes just like any other aggro matchup, basically. And Jinbe, I'd say Jinbe pretty much right now is the only aggro deck. Oh, there's Lim, of course. There's Lim. Yeah.
There's not Lim.
Lim is
Don't worry
also...
about Lim. Lim is not real.
No. I think she is. She exists, yeah.
The problem is she plays her 5 cost on 3, and then Mihawk restands 5 Dawn on 4 because there's a 5 cost on field. And she's still bad in the Ace, and she's worse in the Emu because of 4 ground bounce. It's rough.
Poor girl. Oh,
Yeah.
can't catch a break. Okay. I guess I don't know what else to add. I think I said everything in the Jinbe match. In this match, just remember that he has Perfume Femur, that he can bounce something. He plays Jozu. He plays 4-cost Law and 8-cost Jinbe. So there's a lot of bouncing of your blockers, or even giving unblockable. But it doesn't matter because you can heal. Kuzan is very good. You have GGun1t Giant. Just don't play into pudding. Don't be greedy. Defend early with your counters when he's just swinging the 5s or stuff. But you can start defending off 3 life, not off of 4, off of 3. I would do that. Okay, on to the next.
Yeah. All we go. Okay.
So against Vivi, we want to go second. This hand is okay, but I don't like the fact that we don't have like a Basal Hawkins. We have Nami for nice, but we don't want a 7. How do you think? Would you keep this against Vivi? I'm curious because you actually play her. What would you say? Would you keep this going second against her?
Do you want me to metagame it?
Well, you know the matchup, so
Well,
you
I
know Vivi.
know.
I'm just
I
curious.
think I know this person's list, so I can tell you what he's most likely running.
Just say, would you keep it? Don't waste time.
I
Think fast.
probably not,
Okay, why not?
because there's no Kuzan, and I think he's probably running Alabasta, and we want to
We're
put
not
away.
going to use Kuzan. We're not using Kuzan against Vivi. We're using
Oh,
Basal Hawkins against Vivi.
I don't play Robin. I play Vivi. I don't play Robin. That's the issue. I don't know.
It's okay. I play.
Well,
So let's keep. It's fine. Let's see how it goes. Keep.
he's
We're
gonna play
keeping
one
on the
cost.
strength of Rayleigh. Pass.
Is this gonna be Kaya? No, it's one cost CP. Okay, just contracted. Sure. Yeah, he's on Alabasta. Cool.
Okay. Take.
Go big.
Yeah, you just swing everything. This is a match where we're gonna be racing Vivi.
Woo!
I would like to see 7-cost Robin right now. Okay, no 5-cost Nami. That's nice. I don't like when I see that card.
Why did he do this? This is bad. Don't do this.
Okay, 6 face. We can take because we're gonna heal back up. So you're gonna swing 5 face. You won't ramp because you will use Rayleigh next turn, and you're gonna develop Kuma. He can Beckman him. It's okay. We're just using Kuma here for the heal. He's gonna go 7-cost Vivi into double attack.
Which means we counter the completely, totally unsuspicious 6. Oh, what are we trashing off the Vivi? Really? He's going Beckman. Okay. He doesn't have Vivi.
Nice. I'm glad that he's going Vivi instead of double attack. You can defend the 6. Yeah.
I'm learning because we don't have a heal next turn.
So attach 1 Dawn to Robin. Play out Rayleigh. Rest the blocker. 6/9. And pass. Mm-hmm.
Do we defend Rayleigh if he swings that up?
Yeah, sure. I doubt he will, but
Is he gonna swing Nami again, or is he gonna learn? Oh.
no, I think he's gonna learn. Oh, nope, doesn't want to learn. I'm curious. Can we kill him if he decided he doesn't want to learn?
9 banish 9/9.
No,
Alabasta
we
lists
can't
are
kill him.
usually all 10-2 kills.
They play the plus 4K, right? I think they do.
Most wouldn't, but this guy
Give
probably
him
is
Nico.
ace.
Give him Nico Olvia. Do we want to be at 1 life for Luffy, or is that a bit? But he's just gonna go 10 cost Shanks and kill Luffy, right?
No. He's gonna play Terracotta and give us unblockable, and then just swing fucking 17.
No. If he's at 1 life, if we're at 1 life and we develop Luffy.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he's just gonna Shanks it.
That's what I'm thinking. Because I'm thinking, do I want to take the 9 or would I rather take the 7 and then go giant with a 1K and stay at 2 life?
Well, if he counted this, he's gonna go here with the shotgun pal.
Okay, take the 7. No,
Giant.
he decided not to.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know
interesting.
why.
He decided not to leave up Dawn. Oh wow.
I
Yeah,
guess
giant. Because I expected a 9 and leave up Dawn. Robin, yeah. Okay, Basil Hawkins and Nami, yeah. So most likely this is gonna be like a Borsellino turn. Because just having that blocker does feel a little safer.
Mhm.
I would expect Kaido from that side, something like that. We could develop Robin, but it's a little dangerous when we don't have Giant in hand. So I think you can swing 7 banish. I mean, 9 banish is a little excessive, I think. I'd say if he counters, yeah, this probably means that it's going to be Kaido turn. Can swing face, yeah. Takes, wow. The aggression. Heal, yeah. The balls of steel. $1K? Yeah, you can give a Sabo, yeah. 1K again. We don't need him, so. Okay. What you gonna do? Bricked up.
I'm gonna eat double attack.
We need Olvia right now. Yes, use this trigger. Okay. Yeah, 7 cost Robin. There's no point in healing. He has a whole board, so.
Ooh,
Yes, use the trigger. Yeah.
Ooh, porcelain.
No Olvia. Borsellino doesn't really help here because he can just go 10 cost Shanks and we're dead. So we're just gonna have to hope for. But yeah, we can't kill him obviously. So we will try because we don't
He's
have
not on
a
62
well.
days.
Alternatively, what can we do? We can play out all Luffy, but there's no way he has bricks in hand. I mean, if he had a 10 cost, he would play it out. He wouldn't play out Beckman, which means that if he played out Beckman, it means he has a bunch of counter in hand. At least that's how I see it. So what you could do is you could go 7-5 face, hopes that's enough, which it isn't. He will just give you 3 cards and we lose. You could swing 5 with Frankie face, just see what happens. Because Frankie won't go into the board anyway, so. And also the fact that he's attacking so aggressively with his blocker means that he has a bunch of counter in hand. At least that's how I personally perceive it.
Mm-hmm.
He would have to have right now 3 bricks in hand and 2 1Ks for us to win the game. And how many 2Ks has he used? 2 in this whole match? If not 1. 2, yeah.
He's on 12, so.
So the odds of him losing this is nigh impossible.
9.
Nigh impossible, yeah. So Marcelino's fine. Luffy's fine, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't, because he can find guaranteed lethal even on board through all that, just with correct Dawn attribution.
Yeah.
So I would just attach, just swing this and do that. Unfortunately, the Nikolve here would have been great because double 9s would have actually probably won us the game because 2K, 2K, 1K is harder to have, but there you go, yeah. GG.
It was perfect counter.
Oh, wow. It was, yeah. In my opinion, this is a good match when you go second, and it is much tougher when you go first. But unfortunately, we didn't have a turn 2 play. If we did, we would have used it, but we didn't. We didn't have a 7-cost problem play. Well, it didn't matter much because Beckman shoots there. And also, we didn't get to develop much in the later game because of the double Beckman, double body early, etc. So also we bricked up by the end, and he had perfect counter in the end. So it's kind of like, in my opinion, the stars a bit aligned in this matchup. It's also like by my stats against how much I've played against Vivi with this build, I've played against Vivi 23 times. I'm checking like my Kaizoku stats against her, and my win record. And my win rate is 82.6% against her with 23 matches. 63% going first, and second is 93%. It doesn't include yours because my list was different when we practiced.
That makes sense. Yeah.
This is purely with this list, but I would keep the match because it's good to keep matches when you lose. I think there's no point in keeping just a bunch of winning matchups. But so against Vivi, I wouldn't worry. Yeah, we lost, but oh well, so what?
Yeah.
The game plan is pretty straightforward. It kind of resembles the game plan against Emu, but the difference is that you will actually beat Vivi with this. So you want to go second, you play out Basil Hawkins on 4 Dawn, you ramp with your 5k banish swing, you play out next turn 7 cost, either Kuma or Robin. It doesn't matter because because most likely they will die to Beckman regardless. But you're using that to heal and still like develop board and make them have it. Because if they don't have Beckman and they decide to go for the Vivi into, what is that 9K's name?
Shotgun Pal?
That I forget. Yeah, Shotgun Pal, they decide to be more aggressive, that's fine by us. Because after that, we get to develop. If they went Chaka Pell and we go to 1 life, we get to play out 10 cost Luffy for 9 on 9 Dawn. And they go up to 9 Dawn, and they definitely can't remove him. And so Vivi is forced into a position where she either tries to break through the 7k defense or she tries to develop her own board, which gives us a turn to, after that, either establish another Luffy or establish healing through, say, Borsellino, or even maybe 2 Borsellinos. And we already have a 12k that gets to swing. We maybe have the Robin, we still have the Hawkins, etc., etc. Alternatively, if they don't go Chaka and Pell and they go the Beckman route, you can either again develop Luffy or you can develop Rayleigh. So there's several ways of doing it. If you're going first, you want to see 5-cost Nami, and you want to see Rayleigh, and you're basically just going hyper aggro face. And you do the same thing when you're going second. You're also going face all the time. And but yeah, this isn't a matchup I would worry about, to be honest, because Vivi has a lot of bricks. I'm not talking about like your list. I'm talking about general Vivi lists. They run a lot of bricks, and so some of them, yes, they use the 1 cost plus 4K, but I wouldn't like. I mean, if they got it, okay, good for them. But
Don't
even
bet on it.
here, even here where we were on the backbone like this whole time, he had perfect counter because that I believe on the sim the card you draw will always be revealed like on the right. So that means that chopper was in his life, I think.
Yeah, it was just okay.
Yep. So if we had burned it, or if we had like a Nico Olvia, he was guaranteed dead because it's 9K banish and 9K with Rayleigh, which is usually the finishing move in this match. Rayleigh is the key card in this whole match, in my opinion. It is just the best. Rest a blocker, go for lethal. Very good, very strong. So yeah, that's the matchup. Don't worry about the loss. It is not as scary as it seems. It really isn't.
I have more commentary here. I don't run Alabaster list.
Go ahead.
About it.
Sure, yeah. But that's actually, I think that's the most popular list of my like 23 matches. I think the
Oh, it
most
is.
that I've played were against Alabaster. Yeah,
It's very
I
popular.
really like it.
Yeah,
the 7 cost Vivi into Chaka and Pill. I've also seen that a lot. But I do like your list more. Yeah, I'll say it outright. I do think your list is way more defensive and way harder to beat.
but that's a conversation for next time. Are you ready to move on?
Yeah, sure. Let's go. Oh, going second.
Yay! We get to like actually play the matchup.
Yeah, we usually get to go second. We're gonna keep this hand.
Okay.
We're keeping it because of the Luffys.
Makes sense.
So this is a matchup which is purely basically about who gets to go second, and they have the advantage. Pass, unlike UP Luffy, where even going whether you go first or second, I'd say you are favored in a way, depending on what you see. Against Ace, you have to steal second. Otherwise, you're at a massive disadvantage. And even going second, it can still be pretty scary because Ace always has a lot of cards in hand. But just with the same UP Luffy idea, it's about you developing your threats first. And it is here in this matchup, 7 cost Robin is amazing. Draw 2. Just attach all your Dawn and swing a bunch and trash Sabo to ramp. 7 cost Robin is amazing because she has 8 power to Ace's 6, so each attack will always cause him to lose 2 cards. And also, unlike UP Luffy, who can get rid of her, Ace can't, only through combat, or if he chooses to Red Rock her. So we can... I'm afraid of pudding, but we're gonna have to take because we need to heal, and we didn't see 7 cost Robin. So that means we will heal with a Kuma instead. We lose out on an attack, but we get to develop board. And I would really still like to see Robin, hopefully. Fingers crossed. And I would really hope for him to not pudding us. But this specifically is the turn where Ace wants to pudding you, because then we lose out on our Luffys. But if he doesn't do that, and instead he decides to develop, I don't know, Marcos or another Yamato, etc., then it's fine. Because we start spamming. After our 7 drop, it's about spamming a bunch of Luffys into play. I looked away for 1 second, bro.
What did I do? I did what you just yelled at Kuma.
Yes, but you realize that you can't play out a Luffy next turn if you're not at 1 life.
So I'll just
And
be at 1 life.
as in, no, because if he plays out pudding, then you're screwed. The idea was that you ramp, and then next turn you're guaranteed a 10, and then you can trash cards to defend his attacks, and that way he is not incentivized to pudding you.
No, Connie's not gonna play
So
pudding.
we are at a massive risk right now,
He's not gonna play
and
pudding.
it means that we are forced to take 2 life.
He's not gonna play
But
pudding. See?
there had to be at least one match where this happens. So what do you mean? He has 4 Dawn left.
Yeah, and he's gonna play Marco because he's a
No,
predictable little man.
he's gonna pudding us, and we're screwed.
I take this risk.
So now we have to think, what are we gonna do? Because
He's
we
gonna
are now
play.
in a terrible spot. Yeah, sure. Take. Go ahead. Let him play the Marco. Take. Screw it.
He's not gonna play pudding. There's no way.
Of course not. Of course not. Don't worry, he has it in hand. Yep, there's a 6. Yep, go ahead, take it. Take it.
He's
You
I,
don't need to use the soldier. It's fine.
he's not gonna play pudding.
Of course not.
He's whoa!
Play out Luffy.
No words, huh? No words for my
No
immaculate
words. Yeah. No. You swing 7 banish face. Fascinating. Simply fascinating. This is like a good demonstration of how not to play this matchup. Like last turn was just never punished, as they say. Always had it.
Yeah, I never didn't have it, dude. It's gotta have belief.
Absolutely. You will swing Kuma into Yamato, by the way.
Of course.
He'll still give you
Yamato.
2Ks. He'll give you a break and a 2K, but against Ace, it is important that you clear his mid game. So you're probably not going to be able to clear his end game, but you clear the mid game. So you clear the Yamatos, you clear the Marcos. Well, Marco will jump right in front of you, and you clear the Josus. Huh?
He gave us 2 2Ks. This is great.
Yeah, very kind of him. He even chose not to pudding us, so.
He didn't have pudding on. Come on.
This is actually interesting, because if you let Kuma go, that means he takes 1 life, and he doesn't get to take another, so it's not damage.
Okay.
Or we keep that Kuma as potential, take more 2Ks, or guaranteed he takes life right now. Since this match is a slog, and it takes forever, I would defend Kuma right now with a 2K. I think we can get more out of him while he's alive. So give him a Frankie. And Ace can just, that doesn't matter, you can block, yeah, and you're good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play out another Luffy. Trashing Hawkins, yeah, sure. Swing 7 face. No, yeah. Swing 7 face. And then swing 8 into Yamato. You swing 12 with Luffy last. Okay. And then you swing 12 into Yamato. It's fine. It doesn't matter where you swing because he goes block, gives a 1k. Yeah, he blocks and gives a 1k. So it's kind of irrelevant. It's all about getting rid of his endgame. And you always keep in the back of your mind that he has Roger. So sometimes Ace will, on purpose, he will take the extra life, and if you can't kill him, he'll just play out Roger and try to beat you up that way. Oh, look who it is. Our favorite blue card.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, she's way late. I agree. I mean, we got 2 Luffys for Christ's sake, and instead of developing top end, he played out that. So he must be thinking that he'll try to go for lethal or something. I don't know. Oh, he's one of those players who attaches Dawn in advance. This is interesting. I think we let go now because he could do what he could do is he could play out. He could attach extra Dawn. Yeah, he takes life. Yeah. What he could do is he could attach extra Dawn to Newgate and swing into Luffy. Could try and kill Luffy with a swing. So most likely he has a Marco in hand. You can give him a Frankie here. You do not give Borsellino. No, Borsellino has a lot of value in this matchup. Especially if you have like double Borsellino, it's amazing. I doubt he would attack with Newgate now. It's just incredibly risky. Even though he has a huge hand, we have 2 12Ks. So even if he plays out Marco, and then we can go like Rayleigh, Nicole, yada, 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 and try to go for lethal. Oh yeah, Uta's. Sure. It goes even double Uta. Okay.
Borsellino.
Nice. It's good to see double Borsa. Let's swing 12 into Yamato. If we had GGun1t, I would consider playing out Robin. But because we don't, I think it's just going to be double Borsellino instead. He's doing that instead. Okay, yeah, swing into Yamato again. Yep, make him burn an Uta. Unfortunately, Rayleigh can't rest. Yeah, go double Borsellino, it's fine. Unfortunately, we can't use a Rayleigh to rest an Uta, but it's okay, at least he rests in Marcos. That's the only disadvantage that Rayleigh has in comparison to Sanji, because Sanji's the only one who can rest a 6 cost and have rush in that slot. But there's only pretty much 3 6 costs that you need to think about that can do that. It's Mars, that are blockers that you want to rest. It's Mars, it's Uta, and it is 6 cost Law in green when he becomes a blocker if you have 1 or less life. Oh, he had that event. Interesting. I wonder if he only has 1 of those. Usually it's a 1 of, I think. Let's see.
We just take this.
No, because after that he's gonna swing an 8k at us, and I'd rather take that.
6.
Yeah. Well, so there's no difference whether you take this one or not, I guess. Yeah, sure. Okay, you can take the first one, and then we'll defend the second one. I don't want to go lower than 2 life right now. I do not. We will need to play out 7 cost Robin most likely next turn, heal back up to 3, and have 1 blocker. So use Nico Olvia here. It's okay. She is amazing in this matchup, of course, giving you plus 3k and stuff. But we're in a position where I'd rather preserve our blockers instead. So, block. Yeah, block. I do not want to go too low on life. Because again, with him building his board, he can potentially just kill us with a Roger at any moment. You can even do 7 if you're gonna play out Robin. I mean, so no. You can first swing 7 Banish Face. It's fine.
This is really bad, right? Because he has Roger, we just lose.
We'll see if we get Giant, then no. So regardless, now you swing into Yamato. Because for Roger to work, one of us has to be at 0 life. So it's okay. Swing into Yamato again.
This sucks, dude.
What?
Just like spending all the time swinging at this stupid Yamato and not getting rid of it.
Well, I mean, he's giving you cards instead. So be it. Let him do it. But you see how big of a difference 7 cost Robin would have been in that spot in which Kuma was, because all these swings she would require 2 cards instead of 1. Yeah, you play her out. Yeah.
Bye, Olivia.
Oh, that's the second one gone. We would have actually used her trigger right now to look for some giants and stuff. How many 2Ks do we have in trash? That's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Woo!
Well, what do you mean, woo?
I can't celebrate?
What?
I can't celebrate?
Well, I don't know. What do you want to celebrate? Is that a celebration
Yugi.
reason right now?
Woo! We love Yugi.
If I were him, what I would do is maybe even... Actually, no, never mind. I was thinking of being like more aggressive, but it's fine. You can take the 8.
Okay.
You can take the first 8, yeah.
Woo! We're gonna...
Oh boy. That is not what I want to see right now.
Take this, right?
I'm thinking of, could we bait his attack with Newgate or not? Because if we block right now, maybe he would be incentivized to swing, say, with a Newgate, be it face or into Luffy, and we defend with a 1K and stuff, and then he'd be too scared to swing with another one. That way we remain at 2 life, and then we can heal back up to 3. I just feel more comfortable there than just taking a card right now. So I think, because if he goes to, next turn he goes to 0 life on purpose, and then he plays out a Roger, then we're in trouble. I think you need to block here.
Okay.
Give him a 1K. And hopefully he'll be too scared to swing again. If I were him, I would not swing this 12. It
But
would
he's
be
him.
suicide.
And
But
Machine Gun
he's
Kelly.
him, yeah. Machine Gun Kelly is him, yeah. Okay, so let's see. He has 3 blockers alive, so that means that 5 need to connect. Yeah, that's not happening. In this position, we go for his board again. We can start with... Yeah, 8 into 6 is fine. Go ahead. Into Yamato. And then we'll develop a Luffy trashing Rayleigh.
Holy shit, it's actually down. Go
Now,
kill something.
now you can swing. I'm thinking of a world where we don't play anything out, and instead we like load up on Luffy and try to kill Newgate. But
So
I
he
don't
doesn't
think
really
that
do his.
because he basically only gets to get rid of like one Uta and that's it as a block.
You also die immediately after.
Well, that's if we leave up for Giant. We've only seen one, right?
We have seen 0.
Because like I'm thinking of if we kill one Newgate. Because if we play out Luffy, we don't have Dawn up for Giant. And we
Okay.
don't have counter because we have just a bunch of bricks in hand. Because there, remember how you said this deck has few bricks? It's true, but we are not him, so. I'm just choosing between killing a Newgate and leaving up Dawn for Giant. Or conversely, but that Uta really ruins everything. That Uta ruins so much. Yeah, unfortunately. Okay, swing 12 into Newgate. I guess we're just gonna we're gonna play out Luffy and hope he doesn't try to go for lethal. But if I were him, I would go for lethal. So yeah. And just swing that there again. It's very fortunate that we bricked like so.
He is massive, though, right? Yeah, he does. That'll also do it.
And that's the best thing he could have had. Well, that was skillful of him. And unfortunately, we don't have the counter in hand to punish him for it. So.
No, we don't. Nope.
You'd need to draw 3 2Ks right now.
You gotta believe.
Close enough, yeah.
I don't think your 2K saves me.
It does.
You gotta believe. There we go.
Oh well. Happens.
It does.
Actually, you know, if we had like 3 2Ks and then 2 more, we actually do survive, I think. But maybe not.
If we had seen any giants, or if that one turn I had ramped, this could have gone a lot better.
Yeah, it would have. It would have gone a lot better. Yes, that's correct. There's several reasons. Yeah, we didn't see the Giants. We didn't see Robin. But there are like, Ace is not a particularly good matchup. It is favored if you're going second, in my opinion. Yes, because you get to develop bigger bodies faster. And also Ace can brick. He is consistent in finding his threats, but he's not necessarily very consistent with all of his 2Ks and stuff. Here he also developed those like double Uta early, which was very nice for him. But still, yeah, we didn't see a bunch of cards misplayed along the way. He had pretty much everything he could possibly dream of, I think. Yeah, he had all the draw, all the blocks, everything he could want. So yeah, when it happens like that, yes, you will lose. But I don't know. In my opinion, it is a fine matchup also. At least by like my win rates against him. It's not crazy. It's 66.7% of like 10 games, I think. Yeah. But yeah, going second is much better, and you should only go second against him. But again, I'm totally fine with keeping losing matchups because I think the point is that you learn the process of how it works. of how a matchup works. So there you go. Do you have any questions?
Not really.
Okay.
I'm kind of fried by this point, honestly.
Sure.
I
Let's
don't
go.
drink enough coffee. All right, well, those were our games for today, and I guess the proper way to close this out would be, Gun, what do you think of Robin? Meta-wise, as the Robin player, how is she right now compared to how she's been historically?
Well, this is again in the context of EB04. So right now being the future in like 2 months,
Yeah.
I do think that Robin will be in a very good spot. Um, I don't know if she would be as good of a spot like in OP12 days because of the prevalence of emu, or like decks like Ace and stuff. You definitely have to work a lot harder for your wins, and a lot of them are much closer. But as always, Robin always required work. Uh, Robin always required matchup knowledge and a good deck. You need to build and utilize all your strengths and stuff. There do exist other builds. There's like Thriller Bark, aka Tuberculosis build. There is Straw Hats. You can go for a Straw Hat build. In my opinion, it is very consistent, but it lacks some power yet. So I wouldn't really go. So far, at least, I wasn't able to build a successful Straw Hat build. Yes, I see what you're doing. I do. So, in my opinion, Starve Robin is the best approach. It's just that now you utilize a bunch of healers as your card advantage engines, and to clear the board. So I don't know what else to add. There are some matchups that we didn't cover. I guess Red Green Luffy. What else can I think of? I don't know. Something more or less popular. Roger, I guess. Red Purple Roger. But both of those matchups, I wouldn't really worry that much about them. They are about developing big bodies, healing, just going aggressive. You don't starve in those matchups. Those are matchups where you try to be aggressive. And going second also. Yeah, you go second.
This would think you run a
So
Bonnie. Do you have anything to say about that?
Bonnies. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of different Bonnies to think
Right,
about.
the red one, the regular one.
Oh, I haven't lost a single match against this deck. I
Okay.
my record against her is like 11-0 or like 12-0, something like that, with different iterations of this build. So TLDR on this matchup, because it's going to be the new EB04 leader, and I bet a bunch of people are going to want to try her. And she is actually very similar to this deck in the sense of the gameplay pattern is very similar, but we do it differently. So she will draw her life to either like remove your stuff at the same time she can heal. She also uses Kuma, she uses Borsalino, she uses the 10 cost Luffy. We do the same thing, where we play a controlling game and we utilize our healers to go back up, and we defend with a bunch of stuff. But if we have Gum Gum Giant, she also has a +4K event, I believe. Sometimes they play Radical Beam, sometimes they play that one, the Distorted Future or whatnot, etc. But for Robin, this matchup isn't a problem. It's not a problem specifically because of Banish, because we don't need to race Bonnie. We simply outgrind her because she just loses card advantage thanks to our swings while we gain it. So she is just like effectively another yellow deck for Robin to destroy, because of the longer the game goes, the more cards we have in hand, but she doesn't. And that's it. You just utilize the same idea of swinging into her board, burning it, burning it, burning it, and she dies. Like I said, I haven't lost a single match. It doesn't mean that the match is easy. It just means that we are pretty much, I'd argue, like heavily favored. But you need to keep in mind cards like Beckman, cards like that 7 cost Zoro, um, focus on the rush character one. Focus on developing your board against her, and focus on clearing her board, and you'll be fine. And yeah, you just, as always, you swing the 5 banish face, or if she goes up to 7, if you can afford it, sure, swing 7 banish. If you can't, then don't. But yeah. And also, thanks to ramp, we play out the Luffy's way sooner than she does, and she can't really punish us with anything. So that's my take on this Bonnie. The other Bonnies to quickly cover so that people are aware, because I doubt we'll be recording those matches. For example, Green Bonnie, it's just like in OP12. You want to go second, you develop Kuzan, and here you'll just be utilizing your board to clear theirs. 8-cost Rayleigh is amazing here because you can play him out and clear a Cavendish or clear a Carrot and stuff, and you just calmly swing 5k banish all this time at Bonnie. The yellow Bonnie is the same as she always was. You want to go second. She's just another aggro deck, another glorified like Stompy deck against you. She's just like the yellow Luffy matchup, where you are mindful of, and she doesn't have unblockable. She's kind of just a worse yellow Luffy, but where he has the unblockable and he's very tanky. She is way less tanky, but she can swing harder earlier, but we don't care because we're going to take that life and we're going to take those swings anyway. So another matchup I would not worry about. Yeah. What other red green Luffy? Okay, let me talk quickly about red green Luffy, because let people, since this video is already an Avengers movie anyway, might as well freaking do all of this here. This is a tough matchup. He wants to go first, we want to go second, and developing small bodies against him isn't particularly good. Kuzan does nothing against starving. Luffy doesn't work because of his leader ability. He doesn't care how many cards he has in hand. You can Kuzan him, he's like, okay, whatever. Because you'll just swing your 5k banish and he'll just defend it with 1 Dawn. So instead, how I play this matchup is I go second, I swing 9k banish, I develop 7-cost Robin or Kuma, and then I want to spam Luffy's. And then heal up with like Borsalinos and stuff, because and then depending on the board state, depending on how much Dawn he has open and stuff, you can either try to kill something on his side, like a 5-cost Sanji, like a 6-cost Luffy, or you aggressively go face with all of your big stuff. So you heal up, you defend, you block what you can. You're mindful of his unblockable, you're mindful of his 9-cost Zoro. If he goes 9-cost Zoro, you hope to go like double Borsalino, for example, and then you're 3 life with at least 2 blockers. So it is a skill check matchup in the sense of you need to know fundamentals when you're playing against this leader because of his leader ability. It is quite complicated. You just need practice, but in my experience, the best approach is going second. The first swing is 9k, and then you develop big bodies. So Robins, Luffy's, Kumas, Rayleighs, you do that. Yep, that's how I would approach that matchup. It is not easy, but it is not bad either. It genuinely feels like a 50-50 kind of matchup where it depends on who sees what stuff. What else? I think that's it. I don't know. But yeah, I think the Ace matchup, I covered everything during the Ace game. Yeah, even though we lost, I wouldn't worry that much. The worst matchup for this deck is Emu. So yeah, that's the matchup that I would just sacrifice. Here, oh yeah, we didn't play against, well, Moria. I think it's just nothing to worry about. Even if you play against like a truly good Moria, like say you play against like Abster and / Renee's list, that is a very good Moria list, very strong deck. But you're Robin, you just don't care. So for all those triggers, for all those tricks, you just burn them and that's it. It doesn't matter how much life Moria has. It doesn't matter what he develops on board because you're just going to clear it. You just do your thing. You go second. You develop your board. You clear his. Same thing. Same start style. Croc, I haven't played that much with this build specifically against Croc, but because of 10, you just develop 10 cost Luffys and that's it. This is a match where you can't starve Croc. You don't starve him. You go aggressive against him, but you go second because he doesn't get his 8 cost Croc on curve. You can play out smaller bodies. It's fine. So I would develop, like, for example, a Basil Hawkins early, and then I go 7 cost Robin, and then I spam Luffy's. I think spam Luffy's is very good against him. Yeah. Unless you want to correct me, I mean, you're the Croc player, so.
The only thing I'd be aware of is your Luffy suddenly losing 6,000 power and having to defend it. But besides that, you should be good.
Losing 6,000 power?
Yeah, there's a line in, I'm gonna pull up Croc out real quick. There's a line with Croc where you can go MAS and then Wednesday Bentham and Bentham into Wednesday. Which,
Oh wow, that's very okay.
yeah.
That requires quite a bunch, doesn't it? But I see it, yeah.
If their board's already developed, like if they already have like 1 or 2 Crocs, just be wary of the fact that could happen. Then you could be having to defend 6k body.
Well, in my experience, usually Croc just tries to kill you faster, hopefully. But I see, that's a good line to keep in mind. Sure.
It's just, oh my god, I can't fix my list of patchwork, whatever, I'll do it later. There should be 4 patchworks in there.
But okay. I don't know, I think those are all the leaders I can think of that are relevant yet so far. Because we haven't seen the OP, we've seen the OP15, some of them. But that's going to be another video, I guess. Maybe we could make like an update for this video when OP15 rolls around. So
yeah.
I think this list so far is pretty much solidified. Like I mentioned in the intro, the flex slots are, I'd say, Basil Hawkins, 5 cost Nami. You can, if you want, you can play less Rayleighs, but I wouldn't. I really like him at 3. I think it is a very nice utility piece. The rest of the cards, I'd say, are pretty much solid. I do not want to cut Sabo because if I'm playing this star strategy, I really want more cards in hand, and especially I want more cards in hand because of 10 cost Luffy. The fact that he trashes a card is costly. It really is. And especially if you have to play him out for 10 Dawn and not 9. And play him out on 9 at your own risk when you're playing against green because of DMG, because of Cody Jones, because of Law and Beppo. You have to keep that in mind. Luffy is bad against green. I'd say overall he's not very good against green. But because he's a 12k, it means he will overpower green. So if you decide to clear their board and stuff, yes, an early Luffy is good. A late Luffy can be very dangerous against green. The longer the game goes against green, I'd rather heal up constantly than play Luffy. So there you go. I think those are all the tips. I think after so many hours and so much gameplay, if they want to ask questions, they can just join the Discord and go to the Robin channel and just ask
Robin channel's
at that point. Yep.
Yeah. But
that's that.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. This has probably been a long video. Don't know if I'm gonna make it 2 parts yet. Probably not. We'll see.
Definitely, we have to make it 2-part.
I'm gonna put it raw, uncut.
Director's cut. Yeah.
We'll see. But I hope you enjoyed. I hope this taught you something, and I hope you feel more confident in your Robin gameplay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.